seen plenty of teams, Jay, good teams, get many kills, but not necessarily have the hard point time.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing, man. If you cannot find as much kills, that means you're fully setting up, finding clean forward edge, just stabilizing the map at every opportunity that you get. And so far, Atlanta FaZe, they found their staple into the map, that P4 to P5 chain. Now with Sim still going off, just watching over his teammates as they dominate over towards Hedge, just continuously soaking up this P1 time.
Yeah, it's good time. And again, it's the boys outside lose their gunfight, so now Sim's got to make his way forward. Heretics get the break. They're going to be inside time for a MOBA again. P1, a tricky one. Sim, man, every bullet just feels like it hits a little harder. Maintaining presence on the point, his teammates pick up the kills, and that's time again. So now FaZe getting it all done. Jay finding all that time and looking towards P2. That's where the Heretics are sitting, though, with 3 down in the feed.
Yeah, it's good that they found 3 at the right time, because you want to make sure that you're dominating over towards Hedge. You don't want to get trapped in towards the backside, but don't know if they're going to be able to read this route out of Simp. He knows that his teammates are still spawning out. He's relying on them to at least open up the map a little bit, but already on the pinch, he's able to find one. Miami win the rotation technically over towards New, but now you're trapped in towards the back.
Yeah, you get 2 as well. Sim's flank. He's having a sensational game, folks. We'll stand by with Sim a little bit longer, but now over to the time. Metal's finding 2
big shots.
3. Dios mío. That's going to be a nice hold. Heretics now flip the spawns again. Find that time.
Yeah, Atlanta FaZe were not prepared for that. No, we got to be able to get the trade on the metals, especially sending it towards soccer. He makes another playmaker ability. Now Rencor, his time to get activated. He's able to find a double. You want to try to take a little bit of space here, because you at least know a couple players from Atlanta are going to spawn from behind. But everyone drops at the wrong time, so the final 20 potentially end cards for Atlanta.
Good morning, everyone.
Hit that rotation early.
Man, it's still a close game.
Good morning, everyone. How y'all doing today? Today is another Call of Duty League watch party. There's going to be 4 matches going to be happening. Miami versus Atlanta FaZe, which is right now. Carolina versus Optic, and the other 2. Not sure. Let me.
So you go for a 2-2 split.
My
You're gonna
phone's
have the repinch on the cards here for Simp, but now it's just the pressure on the back end. Simp also wins that one-on-one. So if you're in the hill, you gotta get out, gotta play kills.
Oh boy, that's 3.
But I know that if there's Carolina, and then there's going to be Seattle Surge.
Trying to find this last player, Rencor.
I know you said Carolina, but there's going to be Seattle Surge.
Oh my word. The auto aim
Yeah, right here. LG versus Surge, and then Ultra versus Breach. So it's gonna be interesting.
FaZe are running it up, and now FaZe will listen.
This one's probably gonna be just another 3-0 for Atlanta FaZe. Like, there's nothing different. Nothing different. So we're gonna be talking about the other shit. Probably gonna be talking about some other stuff while this match goes on. But yeah, like with it, like with Minor 2 coming up next weekend, I think it's gonna be interesting, just in a way where it's gonna be probably another slammage, just based off of the.
It's gonna be cutting, I think.
Coming up, you right?
Yeah, he's already gonna be cutting our mid, probably.
Take it. Nice, good shot.
Nice, I'm going straight to
one shot. I'm with each other on.
I don't see anything taking.
Like, it's gonna be interesting how the Minor goes, just based off of like. I'm gonna let the PIP go through, but just. But like with this layout, I think with the matches going through like this, if it this like this one right here, this like it's gonna be like this Minor's gonna be very interesting, just because based off of like how good these players have been, and the fact that only 2 of them basically are not like the people, like the teams around here are not in the winners at the moment. Like some teams right here that are not in like should be in the quarterfinal winners, but Gonna be
The comms
interesting.
great. Like, obviously, it sounds like
Gonna be
everybody's
interesting.
in sync. No one's slipping by. They made the adjustments on the second half right before we jumped into that listening because they wanted to trap them towards the backside of P3. That was job well done. But then on the rotation, where last time it was lucky with that super long route to get them out and get them a chance there at stage, they had that covered as well. So Atlanta FaZe, they're just clicking. They're on fire right now.
Yeah, true fire. Wow. Let's see if Heretics can put them out here at P1. Third set of hard points. Sim finding the P. Oh, no, that's 3 down again, folks. Well, Metals is going to do what he can to hold onto this presence on the hard point. Keep FaZe out of it at the very least, but Abe's in. He's going to find that opening time. There's 30 seconds remaining here in our final P1 of the map. I'm saying that with absolute confidence because the way these teams are playing, Jay, there's no way we go further. 3 down again.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. No way in hell we get back over towards the P1. Salim still trying to dominate over toward the stage, and he's able to find a number 6 in a row.
Oh.
Trying to line up number 7. There goes my fantasy player. 30 and 22. Can potentially earn himself the Hellstorm, but that play single-handedly just forces Miami to be trapped in towards the back.
Brother, what? Salam. It was Simp earlier, it was now Cell, but this time it's actually the team of the Heretics. And BZ finally finds a way through. A scalpel cuts open the Heretics lineup. Oh my word, and he's causing problems. The dance continues. His teammates in the back, and here comes Draz. And Abe, what a slide, what a kill, and that's the break.
Oh, he's moving, man. He's sliding and gliding. Unfortunately, can't find that kill on the Real. Now, if you are Miami, you're giving yourself an opportunity, though. You just want to make sure you keep them off of this hard point. You have the rotation over towards P3. Simp's going to fly on in. A stun's going to hit him at the wrong time. A BZ again, able to find a double for the break. Still good time.
He was really weak, so he
They
couldn't.
can win it.
Like, there's still very less likely to survive that.
BZ now locking down the hard point alone, finding the time. Here comes his
Dude, look at Avizu right here. Oh.
Heretics lost it.
Look at Avizu. He has that quick setup that I have.
What a map this has been.
So,
And that should be FaZe.
well, I'm guessing that kind of setup
Here.
could be
They can win it
is a
on the
really
game
good
clock, and
one
they can win
for
it at new.
people who are
Yeah, two
like
players off the rotation, one
who like to
player ready
use
contest.
like
Real's only able to find
SMGs
one.
trying to use
And that's already
a
3 dead in
use
the
the
feed. Miami's gonna spawn in towards the back, but you're not gonna be close.
use the
That's
SMG
it. That's game
like have a
for
hybrid of a
FaZe.
SMG
Red card by Storm.
setup in a way. The Major 4 grip,
Heretics a
yes.
decent attempt and a valiant effort,
Yeah, that's
but
that
there's no
that one I
stopping the
have.
boys in red today.
Man, they're on fire. Like, I'm talking about, obviously, Sims had such a phenomenal start to the game where Miami were looking like they were going to start to pull away. Simp was just the equalizer to give that 30 to 40 point lead once we hit the ending half of that first rotation. But then that's when the ARs on the side of Atlanta FaZe start to get a little more activated. Draza found himself in a couple clutch gunfights, but then Celium starts to take over, dominating over towards Hedge, not allowing him to get any time as well over towards P5. Just like Miami were playing from the back foot a majority of that game. Even when you thought there were situations where, okay, they're not getting time at P3, someone's got to hit her out. Okay, we're not getting time at P2, someone's got to hit her out. And that's due to Atlanta FaZe just simply outclassing you, trapping you at the right times when they need to, setting up the crossfires when they need to, and they make the adjustments on red card, which was a struggle for them a little bit at Major 1. They're trying to add it back into the map pool, and that's a good way to start.
That's a great way to start it. Highlights, folks. So we saw the stats there as well. For folks paying attention to the assists, unbelievable work out of FaZe there. Jay, you've played a lot of Black Ops 6. The stud fan mates are popping. But how hard must it be to play against a team like FaZe when they've got setups like this?
Man, it's so hard, bro, because everyone on that team can shoot. And there's moments where every single player is also running an AR. So even if you're thinking, okay, a BZ's over towards stage, that gunfight's probably a little easier. No, the guy's a world champion. He can shoot with the best of them, even with an AR in his hand. So when you're playing a map like Red Card, where all these engagements tend to be right in front of you, Atlanta FaZe, they got the raw talent to bail themselves out regardless of the weapon that they have.
Yeah, it's tough. Lucky having a tough map as well. 9 and 25 here in the highlights, but he pulls it all back, gets a decent amount of damage towards the end as well. Sometimes it just happens, folks, trying to play routes and FaZe reading it start to finish. As you said, traps when they need them, flipping them out when they want them. FaZe certainly running the show here, and it doesn't help when Celium's getting kills like that.
Yeah, he's just on a different level. Like, Celium's always been one of the most difficult players to try to track down and call to, or even try to take care of, because the way that he's able to finesse with his life. But then when you also have a BZ who just flies on in, pops 2-piece at the 2-piece, even with an AR in his hand. He also had almost 2 minutes in the hill. The SMGs really set the tone there. Now Miami looking for a bounce back on the search and destroy, because this is a big search and destroy map for them. Because they're going into a vault S&D, have yet to find a win so far on the season. But you also don't really want to go down 0-2 versus Atlanta.
Nah, I mean, a close hard point by all account, folks. And again, came down to the game clock as well. We got 20-something seconds remaining there. So a hard-fought battle there, but FaZe simply too strong. See how the hard point, that's how it went. We'll see how the search and destroy goes in a moment. And again, I'm excited to see how this one rolls out, man. I mean, obviously yesterday, a true tenacity was the name for FaZe. I think for the Heretics, man, it was just never letting go, always believing in that massive comeback against the Gentlemates. But the Gentlemates against FaZe, two different, very, very different teams, folks. Very, very different indeed. How you think this one's going to go, Jay? Vault, obviously a bang-out map between two teams.
Atlanta are the #1 search and destroy team in the game, man. When you look at like their roster at S&D, you usually are talking about a BZ being the king of first bloods. But right now, everyone from Atlanta FaZe is over 50% in opening duel win percentage. That is unbelievable. That means even as an AR player, Selly Madraza are finding success. You know what Simp is about, and you obviously know Abizi is the king of first blood. So everyone from Atlanta FaZe has that playmaking ability. That's what makes it so difficult to play these guys, because you're thinking, okay, Abizi's just gonna be fast. No, Selly will watch the lane and also pick you, and then they most likely are giving themselves a man advantage in every single one of these rounds. You got to be able to counter that here if you are Miami, because you got players like Real and players like Meadows who rely on a lot of that success early on with those opening duels. It's just not going to be easy when you're going up against Atlanta FaZe, who usually run around together.
Hey, they're running together. We talked about this a bit before the match starts again, with the nature of, you know, the way the Heretics play this. Opening duels aren't great. If the opening duel doesn't go well, then they're in a little bit of trouble in those mid-round games. That's not going to work out against a team like FaZe. This is their season already. 15-8. The record's great. Opening duel,
that's really...
It's first.
That's everyone.
This is not ideal. This is the only moment you've really got to make a big comeback and push the series a little further for the Heretics.
One of those things where
no, it's definitely against
everyone's going to have to fight.
Like, you don't really have
FaZe's S&D, but
to make plays as
knowing
That's usually when
FaZe,
you're able to see Meadows
they're
and
gonna adapt,
get activated on the bigger search and destroy maps. Routes that they can hit certain lanes. But your job on Vault, especially as an SMG player, is just get down into the A site, try to win a trade. Hopefully we come out on top. And if that doesn't work out, then we're basically screwed on the round. So it forces Real and Meadows to just completely focus on one play. If we don't trade out, then we're chalk. They don't have that playmaking ability on a map like Vault, because the rounds can go so damn fast with how much pressure comes into that A site.
That's true. Well, not the first time that FaZe and the Heretics have played each other. If you've been paying attention to our highlights, and if you're a Simp fan, which I don't think Simp calls his fans the Simps, that'd be weird, wouldn't it? But these guys have played a few times, and there have been some highlight moments, folks. Roll the tape.
You're better. You're f***ing better, bro.
I went to like Vault door, I think. I've seen this, bro.
Oh my god. He's in Vault.
Hey, Meadows.
You're so much better.
Oh my god!
Holy shit.
Oh!
Let's go. You're the
I'll just
same
hold
shit.
them real quick. Holy
Yo!
And, Yobi!
Yobi indeed. Well, this is how Minor 1 went, and yeah, a historic moment for many believe saved FaZe. Jay, like that Vault S&D, after that, everything was fine.
Yeah, you allow Sim to get a 1v4. Like, obviously before Minor 1, it wasn't really treating Atlanta FaZe nicely. Everybody was thinking, okay, Atlanta FaZe are finally on the downward trend, but then Sim pops a 1v4 versus the roster that he's currently playing on the map that he's about to spawn in, and that turns around Atlanta FaZe's entire season so far. They've been basically undeniable since that moment. And now, if you're Miami, obviously you're thinking, if we plant B, hopefully it's not Simp the last one alive.
Hopefully. Wow, you can hope all you want, folks. But we're not talking about hope now. We're talking about who's going to be walking away with a high seed coming into Minor 2. This is the way the bracket looks coming up on Feb 28th, folks. Another one of our Minor online tournaments. It's a one and done. These are getting spicy, indeed. And of course, cash on the line and CDL points for our top 3 finishers. Again, not everyone gets points. So these are huge moments, milestones, if you will, in the Call of Duty League 2025 season, where a team can make or break their year. And right now, again, Breach Surge round 1, Optic Falcons, that's going to be another banger. Rocker C9, one of those teams has got to get a win.
I mean, the Minor tournament, I like this format. I do like the change of the best of 7. Like, even though it's a Minor, I'd rather have
3 losses.
a better chance of the teams be able to at least get a better chance of being able to go up a hot.
It has, man. It's a tough time for
be
many
able to
fans,
survive
many players
as long as they
game.
can,
And
even
they
though
take
they
it
may
away
get
in a
shit
big
on.
way.
Like,
yeah, that's going to be Minor 2 coming up Feb 28th. That's going to be a ton of fun. The first one was very interesting. Again, for the folks who watched it, if you missed it, it's a one and done. So you lose, you're out. No CDO points, nothing. You get nothing. It's going to be spicy indeed. But we're almost ready to go, guys. I think there was a slight technical issue on the Heretic side that I think has been resolved. But Jay, we've waxed lyrical big time about the way S&D is going to go. Plenty to be talked about there. Plenty about, you know, my Heretics playstyle, Miami's playstyle. Anything about Phaser, yeah, we haven't already gone on about in the years and years that they've been a dominant squad.
It's just like when you talk about this squad in Search and Destroy, it doesn't matter what title it is. Like, they just have phenomenal teamwork regardless of the fourth, with Draza in, with Draza out. That core three, they just know how to work so well together. Simp and Abizi are always going to run around as an army of two. Sully and most likely will be watching over them, but Draza's now their clutch player, the guy that's going to watch that overextension. What makes them so difficult in S&D is that when you play them, you're thinking, okay, we watch their strategies. We know what they're going to do initially into the rounds. But the mid-round adjustments is what catches people off guard every single time. They are the best team at doing it. Best team at adjusting their certain setups, planning in certain spots to have better play setups. They are just the best team in Search and Destroy for a reason. So you have to be able to counter them early into the Search and Destroy. Try to pull away because you know once those mid-map adjustments come in, they'll start fighting back.
I'll fight back indeed. We're going to go to a quick break, folks. On the other side of this, we will be getting into that Search and Destroy. See if FaZe are still one of the greatest S&D teams to ever do it. Spoiler alert, maybe, but we'll see what the Heretics can do. Big bounce back on the other side of this break. The Esports World Cup is an official partner of the Call of Duty League.
Upgrade your game with the SCUF, the official controller of the Call of Duty League.
I feel like so today's teams, like today matches, I feel like these two can go either way. This one, it can probably go either way if Optic can be able to turn up today and be able to show that, all right, we just had a slump, but we're coming back. And there's every one of those things where I feel like
FaZe fans, the hype squad in the front row, they make it to nearly every single event. That poor guy that hit the deck today outside the venue, is he here?
Saw that. That was tough.
Hey! What is that poor guy ate concrete for breakfast? Tough one.
Well, hello there. We are back and ready to kick it into the map 3. A hot contest so far.
I don't know where my
it's hot in the
phone
building.
is.
It's hot in the series.
Yeah, shorts
I don't
on.
have my
You're
phone.
hot. Yeah, no, I
Oh,
knew it was
yeah.
going to be warm, so I had to feel it. So
What?
I had to pull out the quads. Look at these things.
You
You think anyone's blinded?
don't want to see through them.
I've been hitting the Peloton though. There's some muscle there. I'm telling you, these things feel like a couple of rocks, man.
Okay.
I'm so sorry about that, everybody home. Hopefully, no one
Viewer discretion is advised.
had their vision affected by the bright lights of my quads.
I guess I don't have my phone.
Now, as hot as the game may seem,
yeah.
I know one thing that won't be that crazy, and that's the comms of Toronto Ultra.
We kill him?
And to make the joke of, I like how they still have to make the joke of like how calm Ultra's
Skies dies, and then in a 3v4, effectively, New York Subminers slid on through.
Bickle now. Last one up.
He's got a trophy though, right? He threw a trophy out.
might do it.
He threw a trophy out.
might do it.
I think this might be
Still
too
there.
slow.
He's still there.
He got it. Oh, he does get it. Yeah, it was too slow. He gets it. He just hops it right away. Nobody checks the bomb.
Down to 3 for either side. This is going to be it. Last ditch attempt. Flying on the point. Jonas Eves gets his. But 3 seconds to go. You've got to get on the zone, lad. Fresh mag. Send it. Wins it. Oh my god. It's a 2v1. Diamond Con. Can you do it? The boys are on the capture. It's now a 1v1. What a round of control. Diamond Con, if you win this. God damn, what a round.
I set up. Come on, on the stairs, Nice. I'm looking you. Could be outer. Outer. Nice. 3v1. Nice, baby. Oh my god. I mean, I'm trying to scam it. They won't even kill me.
Welcome back to the CDL. Wow, what is going on? Look, he's the master at fight. This guy is just, that's unbelievable. Okay. I knew coming back to him. This is not what I was expecting.
Going for it, they're going for it, they're going to be in as well. It is not the Ravens. It is a Phoenix that has risen from the ashes here at the Major. They take flight. They break the curse. London can finally weep tears of joy and not despair.
Do you agree with Smokes not being in respawn? I do personally, yeah. You do personally?
I do too.
I think it would make the viewing experience worse. What did I just see on my screen? Who was that guy? Did you see that? No. Who the fuck was that guy? I don't know. Welcome to the citizens over there on YouTube. There was some random guy, like, see how they have the quad box? Like, there was some random guy just like in the all 4 boxes, and he looked like he was going crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm ready to fly by now. You should know I got that crown on my mind. Top, get on your feet, feel the passion. Big bang coming through, blast like a cannon. Blast like a cannon. Big bang coming through, blast like a cannon.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Atlanta FaZe taking on the Miami Heretics map number 2. Vault S&D on its way. Technical issues have been resolved and everything is A-OK and ready to party in map 2, Jay.
Yeah, no, we're going to get into a very eventful map number 2 because obviously if you're Miami, down 0-1, you lose your best hard point where you were undefeated sitting at 3-0 on red card. You're probably expecting to be up 1-0 in this series instead of down 0-1 going into probably one of your worst search and destroy that you have. They're 11th in post-plant situations. Means that their setups after they get the bomb down are not really the best. And then also in retakes, they're dead last. Map like Vault, you cannot have that because we know all that pressure is going to be at A site.
You get a lot of free plants in Vault. You know, you can just dive out that window and get the bomb down. It's just what happens time and time again. Timing's got to be great. You've got to see good coverage on the players getting the plant. You got to roll the dice, folks. And typically, what you're going to see on this map is a hell of a lot of A-bomb. If you're new to the COD League, which I doubt it right now, if you're watching FaZe take on Heretics, you're an absolute grinder. But at this point, yeah, we're going to the A-bomb site. We're going to plant that thing. We're going to get in the corner. We're going to throw everything.
Yeah, I just feel.
And at the end of
this
the day,
one, it's going to be another slammage.
It's going to come down to timing and some magic.
This is going to be another slammage. There's no.
It looks like we're almost ready to go with the Heretics. Their tech issue has been dealt with, and now it is a redemption moment, I think, Jay, for Lucky. He had a tough respawn, trying to make the right play, just getting red and dealt with nearly every single time. This is how the major 2 calls have gone so far in the S&D KD, and your boy Metal's up there, 12-7. I'm with it.
Hey, man. Hey, man. He only played 1 match because obviously he missed week 1 because Super Spawn he wasn't feeling too good, but yesterday in that series versus LAG, drops the Baker's dozen. 1.71 KD, multiple first bloods on the map, playmaking ability outstanding. Got to make sure you try to have that here because we know when Metal gets hot. Like I said it in the green when we were at Major 1 and Chance and Nameless, they were like, wait, Jay, you tripping. I'm like, what you talking about? Metals reminds me of a BZ playstyle, sort of. Like, and when he's in that mode of like finding success, finding his timings, he's one of the more difficult kills to get. You need this guy to be on point when you're going up, especially against a BZ.
Yeah, I mean, if you can go toe-to-toe with Abe in S&D, that is a big win. I mean, Abizi has been, for the longest of time, one of the more difficult players to kill in the league. First in typically every engagement, and he gets most of those wins. He's got a very, very high opening duel stat. He's an absolute shooter, a difficult player to deal with as well. We talk about FaZe sometimes, Jay, the longer the round goes on, the harder they are to defeat. If you get them early, that's where you find a lot of success. You don't want to give them that time to think, to plan, to strategize, to catch you out. Yeah, that's where the guessing games really begin, and even the most experienced players have trouble dealing with FaZe. We're going to continue to glaze, folks, before this one gets underway, because S&D leaders this season, guess who, boys and girls? You get 1 guess. No cheating. Don't look at the screen. You get 1 guess. Raven's really not far behind them, though, Jay. It's a simple map loss.
Oh, yeah. Ravens right behind them in Search and Destroy. Also, the second best team that we have in Search and Destroy. But Atlanta FaZe, obviously, the top dog. That's the reason why they won Major 1, winning 3 S&Ds in the best of 7. Only needing 1 respawn is how you're able to get it done. We got some shooters in Search and Destroy. It's crazy that, you know, Optic are currently up there with the way that they have been playing recently. I know Minnesota going to be up there because those guys are just gritty as hell. What was it? The first time I've ever they got 3-0'd yesterday? That was insane.
Yeah, crazy stuff. And again, for Rocker is a team that I don't know how long we're going to keep calling them the grit. It's like, this is just the way they look. This is just the way they play. This is just them. It's not about having to dig too deep. It's just, you know, they sometimes start a little slow as a squad and then they just get things rolling. But a 3-0 against a team like Optic, great time to get it. Puts them in a much better standing going into minor 2, going into major 2 as well. You never know. But again, Heretics as well. Another squad coming in hot off of major 1. Really, really good form. Same for the Atlanta FaZe boys, of course, with the win. That's the fist bumps. It's time to go to Vault. It's time to get our feet wet. And that A-bomb site.
It's all about the pressure from the SMGs, Metals, and Real. Needs to be able to work in sync over towards that A site to take down the likes of Simp and Abizi. That is usually where the pressure is going to come on in. You find success at least 50-50 in the first buzz, but everything after that tends to crumble. You need to have a bounce back here to tie the series up.
Yeah, need it. Protocol a little bit of 50-50, not perfect there from the Heretics boys. Of course, a win yesterday, but I was against a gentleman squad that still has got a lot of work to be done. Here we go. Metals, the man with the bomb. See if you can't find that first bite, or are we going to go straight into the site? Oh!
And
no, we're not.
Oh.
Yeah, that's tough. Gotta believe that the nade spot's ready to rock, and Abizi not gonna slow on down. Finds his second on a round. Simp effective on the trade. Now Rencor 1v3.
Well, that's it. He doesn't need the kill. He just needs the tags. Rencor now knows he's in a dance against 3 players who are moving fast on it. Good luck, mate. This is good damage, and if they line up, it could get really ugly. But go on, Rencor. Gives it a solid attempt. FaZe. Nades from Abizi to get things going. And Jay, that was a perfect opener.
Yep, that's all it is, man. Perfect nade to open up with that first flood. You know you have the numbers advantage to retake your way over towards Bull. You slide on in, catch that second kill if you're Abizi, and then Simp there for the trade. As we line it up
double
again,
nade, that's
Atlanta
fun.
FaZe and even a little bit of Carolina yesterday. Teams are starting to understand these nade spots, especially early into these rounds without trophies. Makes that round a whole lot easier as Atlanta start up 1-0.
That could have caught the second player as well. You could be down 2 men with a bomb floating around the pool side there. A difficult look. Will the nades connect this time for the FaZe boys? 3 through corridor, out through the window, and not a nade in sight. They've got a free bomb plant now, and it's going down.
Yeah, but Miami are so aggressive on the pinch. Potentially going to try to isolate onto Celium. They have not gained a single ounce of info yet, but Celium strikes, so the first blood. Real there for the trade.
That's okay. We'll take it. Draws with a creep position upstairs. He's been spotted out. Wait. Now on the wrap.
The repin.
Nade's going in. Mel's got to be careful. Abe could be grabbing a body shield here, but instead it's a perfect flank. Rencor, the island man, gets there a little late, and it's Draws with a PDW to close out the feed.
And that's Atlanta FaZe just taking their plays to the next level, because that's usually one of those rounds where, okay, Celium's going to camp over towards Bull. If he dies, we still have a double stack of Simp and Abizi in towards the site, and then Draza is either going to work that late pinch or wrap his way back over towards Bull, but he stays active through B Street, pushes through their spawn, and gives all the info like, okay, they're not right side, they're not in the back of their base, they have to be roaming over towards Bull. That gives Abizi the opportunity to push his way back out through the middle of the map, set up that repinch for the double. And then everybody else from Atlanta FaZe is just in the right position to take that round. 2-0.
I was a little afraid there. Abe was going for the body shield play. He wanted it. He wanted it. Well, Metals and the guys for the Heretics have got themselves some A-bomb site pressure, but it's a slower plant. FaZe working rugs. Oh, Real with the in and out. Finds the kill. Oh, and Abizi's just run rampant. Draws finds another as well. A momentary lapse of the Heretics have fallen to pieces. Now 3v2. Metals tagged. Oh, that's tough.
Yeah, Draza has info on both, so he's just going to send in his teammates to potentially stick the defense. But look at the route from Metals. The repitch through bottom bow allows him to line up the double, turns it into a one-on-one.
What a recovery from the Heretics.
Good play from Miami.
Metals gets in there with FaZe with the numbers. Unable to cover Abizi on the defuse, and that was a spicy round. I thought Draws, eye in the sky, man. He saw everything there. And Lucky pulls in late. Takes care of Draws. Good round out of the Heretics.
Yeah, that was a perfect play right there for Metals. Draws against the info, 1 towards outer hedge, 1 sitting at cat steps. But Metals stays active and doesn't work his way back over towards his teammate. probably the calm there from Josh is like, yo, bro, no one's in the site. No one has an angle on the site for the defuse. Someone just hop it. But Metal stays active on that pitch to secure the round there for Miami.
Scary schemes, man. Scary scenes. And ooh, we got a concussion connect there. So a lot of players above them. It's going to be a little bit of cover from Celium there out by P2. A plant just... No, there it is. Plant complete. Oh, dear. Draws. Oh, can't get the third on a Lucky. Nice snaps here. There's Lucky well involved in this fight. Trying to battle back with a man advantage now that FaZe boys with 30 to go.
2v3. Lucky knows that Celium loves to play on the outskirts. But he has an SMG for the close range gunfight. Sim has the info.
Trying to buy some time there. Wait for Celium on the pinch as well. And a lot of damage dealt to those players, but Renkor's got to get inside the site fast. Not able to get the kill. It's the PDW of Sim that closes out the round there. And again, he was working that clock so fine, fully knowing that Celium's out there somewhere. If you get the kills, you get into the bomb site, you still have to worry about Cell. And crossing that bomb threshold is so tough anyway. Draz's 2-piece start the round certainly helps as well.
And this is what I'm talking about with Atlanta FaZe. Just have playmakers from left side of your stage all the way to the right side. Everyone is great in the opening dual win percentage. Right there, Draza whips out the third SMG, pushes right through a pool. Not a single fair player from Miami watching that over extension, and he just flanks and pops a 2-piece. It's all Draza needs to do to secure the round. Atlanta cannot do wrong.
It's a 3-1 thus far, folks. Fun route here. Metals and Real through the middle of the map with the bomb. And Celium with a lot of love taps over towards the middle of the map. Simpson the close left corner here, so Real's going to swing this. Spots him out. And a great nade is going to buy him a little bit of time. No damage, but... See with this bomb now over towards the A side of the map. And once again, we're getting it down. But we've pulled FaZe all over the place.
Yeah, and you're basically trapping yourself already because we have two players from Atlanta not allowing you to work over towards pool. Bomb goes down, and you know you can't exit from the backside at Vault. Now it's just trying to find an opening kill. Celium finds that first blood, pre-shoots the corner. They have the man advantage. Now we got to get in.
Yeah, we play trade. Draz finds another one there. Oh, and it's just falling to pieces. Renkor on the late flank, though. This could be a delight. I wonder if he's got anything to throw at this. Oh, dear. He's shot, and the shooters do shoot. And Renkor now trying to get it done up close and personal. 3 members of FaZe on this site. And once again, a perfect round out of Atlanta FaZe.
Yeah, I didn't really like that play call right there from Miami. Like, we take mid-map. Okay, cool. What are we going to do with it? Absolutely nothing, because you already give up pool control. Atlanta take that away from you. You can't plant it over towards B because they had a player in that position. And then once Sim gets info through mid-lion, they can't do anything. Even if you plant the bomb in towards A, you're already trapping yourself. Atlanta laid the bait, and they fell right for it. Because now they're starting to pull away in the search and destroy. Just one of those rounds where Atlanta said, okay, we're going to take this part away, we'll take this part away, and now you basically have nothing.
Yeah, I was talking about the A bomb site bangouts. Not today, folks. FaZe showing a lot of different looks here on Vault. 2-2 split there for the Heretics now, trying to get back in towards the bomb site. Trophies are certainly going to help out. And Real joins the fray immediately. Looking for another. Great work out of Sim, in and out, but he's still alive, and that's going to be a problem. The B bomb site wide open if they want it. And Draz, oh, he's making that retreat very, very violent now for the FaZe boys. 1v2, 1v1. Lucky.
Ooh.
That's a
That was a
big
great
one
hit.
right there from Lucky. Because that was almost a 2v4 that they were going to throw away there. Sim got active, made it into a 2v3. Draza again on the flank. Was able to turn it into a 2v2, but if you needed Lucky to have a moment, after a slow start in that map, number 1, SMG has no bullets. I'm better with the AR anyways. Give me the double. Secures around there for the Heretics.
Well, the Ames headshot multiplier, I think he hit 2. Oh, baby. Well, Lucky, as far as I'm concerned, mate, you've made up for map 1. Good stuff. 4-2. Heretics still got a little bit of work to do to get back into this one. Abizi and Draz back at it with the nades. We managed to get through safely this time. So bomb plants, 3 players down low for the Heretics. Back to Old Faithful. Watch out for the RT car.
And if you're Renko, you're already spotted on this deep pinch. Try to not get isolated. There's not a single player currently is watching over towards pool. You already have players like Abizi gaining that info. They know that they're trapped towards the backside, but Celium has not given up on that kill in the Renkor.
RC car gone. Renkor. Lovely shots into the second player as well. A lot of pressure on the outside of the map. You now know where the play's coming from at the very least. Real backs up, keeps the vault safe. And here comes, oh, not good timing. Tagged in the back. FaZe set up for the pitch. And Easy finds two. Can't find the third. Lucky trying to hold it down alone. Gets himself another 1v1. And time for the bomb. No! Heretics buy themselves a second.
A split second there, Ross.
Bam.
A split second.
That was close.
I called it. I was like, no way. Heretics, good round. And a smirk there from Rencor on the second player. That damaged enough in the Celium just to create enough tension there on the retake. Fantastic play again for the Heretics, 2 in a row.
Yeah, maybe if Atlanta FaZe get a little bit quicker in their retake right there, because by the time someone got to the site, there was only 15 seconds. Abizi turns it into technically a 1v3. But then Lucky just in the right position at the right time, finds the trade, and then that second gunfight, he knows, I had to get this kill quick and instantly hump this defuse because my player is not in the play yet. But another clutch round right there from Lucky. 2 in a row now. Keeps them in this S&D.
Perfect coverage here from FaZe. At the backside of the A site, no one's getting in there. You got to come through the drop down or through secret. And the bomb plant now is going to make that all the easier. Simp and Abe down low, Draz and Cell upstairs. Nice bank there from Real. The frag, not an easy thing to do amongst all the rubble. Retake attempt is on, and sounds like there's an RC at play as well. Maybe not. Real and Lucky get theirs. Uh-oh. Clock's ticking though.
4v2. 4v2. Selim has to make up for it. At least finds the freebie for the first, but it's all on Simp. What can he do in the site?
He's spotted out one. Now the immediate pushback. Oh, and he must have been spotted there, but he knows. 15 seconds to rock. Tip in the back. Cell wins his 1v1. Real's got the time, and the defuse is going through again. And ladies and gentlemen, it is 4-4. Equalizer found by the Heretics.
Perfect on the retake. You find the first blood onto Abizi. It gets a little bit too aggressive towards Top Cat. You put yourself in the numbers advantage. You realize, okay, we worked on Sadraza as well on the deep pinch, so it's a 2v4. Simp has to be the guy in towards the site. We just have to locate where Celium is, but it was the player who was on the backside of Vault that gains that info, doesn't shoot his gun, and allows Simp to drop right back in front of him for at least that first kill and sets up his team for the round. Miami with 3 in a row, tie the game.
Yeah, you start to think now. Miami hit 3 in a row. FaZe on a defensive round. You've got to try to counter something big. Oh, Heretics, are we going B? Are we mixing it up that much? You've caught FaZe guessing every time, but they've got a lot of presence now through mid. 2 drop vault, 3 drop vault. And Metals with a bomb still upstairs, waiting for the play.
Well, you allowed Atlanta FaZe already to gain a lot of info. But you have slowed this round down drastically. You put Selim on the backside of Statue. Potentially the play is going to come in towards B. And Draza just watching that cross. Already 30 seconds off the game clock. And Real is going to get active through mid.
You got to get kills now. Trade's going to be on point. 50 seconds, still lots of time. B-bomb site might be open, but it is not unsafe. Draz has got a watchful eye on that. Just gives it up for a second. Here we go. We're making noise. Whether it's nade stuns or the doors, it's happening. Oh no.
Josh is just gonna slide on out. Nate connects for the first blood. 30 seconds. Simp finds the second. 4v2.
Oh, they're trying to make something happen here now, but the Heretics have given up too much time. 2v4. Lucky coming over to reinforce, but for what? There it is. Sully brings him down. And Rencor now at a Herculean attempt. It is not going to matter. Map point FaZe. That was the ideal round for them in the run.
I was trying to figure out what the hell Heretics was trying to do, but they had nothing.
Okay, we had 3 drop into vault. Not a single player here. Not a stun or nade over towards poolside. They have to be slowing it down. And that's where those mid-round adjustments come in. The trophy out of the distance on the backside of the van does not allow it to get blown up there. But even if he doesn't find that kill with the nade, he still would have found it with the gun. Atlanta FaZe, game point.
It's a difficult call there. The trophy placement, you can hear it no matter what, so you may as well put it in a position where it's either going to get shot at or intercept. But now, intercept this, boys. You have sent it right into the jaws of FaZe. Real goes out swinging. Info gained again. Draz now on the cross. What a win from Lucky at close range with the aims. Now it all comes down to a 2v2.
Bomb's going to get planted. Salim and Simp playing back-to-back in towards the A side. They drop it.
Oh, here we go. Real finding the Simp is down as well. Lucky the bait. Oh, baby. Jay, what did we say? Ronda Once round 11. Who called this? No one.
You did, Ross. No, you did. You called this. I said there was no way in hell we're going to a round 11 on ball. With the way that Atlanta FaZe like to play and how bad Miami are at the map. But obviously, we've been putting on practice in on the back end. Another clutch round there and a 2v4 from Miami. Like, if you're Atlanta FaZe, we finally in this kill. We're staying aggressive. Everyone has to chow. They just simply get outnumbered, and now we're all the way at the distance.
Oh, man. Oh, man. Which way is this going, dude? Which way is this rolling? FaZe. Down low once again. Watch out for the nade damage. Metal's great damage on the cross. Finds one. Oh, it's fallen to pieces. Celium now going for the masterful clutch. Can he find anything? He has one. Can he get this? Okay, baby. Heretics pull it all back. As Celium tweaks out down on the A-bomb site, a worthy attempt.
What a counter against what a counter, I'll say.
Comeback kids all of a sudden in search and destroy. Round by round. Backs against the wall. Lucky with back-to-back clutches, a 1v2, a 1v3 to spark it all up. But then even when you get to the round 11, we finally got the bash out in towards the site. Rencore,
they like Miami must have read that. Oh, they're probably gonna. It must have read that. Oh, they might be hitting bottom mid again. Let's just counter their. Let's just count. Let's just get people to counter. Let's just get 2 people to counter, and then it worked out for them. Holy shit, that is amazing.
That double clutches up on the bottom side of Vault. And then doesn't give Celium an opportunity to make a 1v3 of his own. They bring it all the way back to clutch up in the round 11, tie the series up at 1. And now we actually got a series.
That is wild, man. That's a wild map. And also, like, Celium's sensitivity freaked me out, man. Like, I felt he actually had a chance in that fight and shooting the walls. Anyway, folks, over to the desk. What a map.
Atlanta FaZe fumbling the bag on Vault, or it's Miami stealing that game away. Let's take a look at the Heretics from game number 2, because this is not the first comeback in Search and Destroy. They're down, what, 4-1, 4-2?
Yeah.
Another great finish.
Just insane adjustments from the side of Miami Heretics in the middle of some of these Search and Destroys. Like, we saw how slow they're playing towards this A site, and then once they did get the bomb down, like, they left Vault. Like, they didn't leave any bodies inside of that, and Atlanta FaZe abused that terribly. I mean, we saw Draza having complete control of that top hallway, and then something changes. Miami Heretics starts full stacking that bomb A site. They had a little hiccup moving over towards the B site, quickly readjusted, went back over towards that A bomb. Just unreal for Miami Heretics.
Even in the hiccup round, Allie, I loved like their approach towards it, right? Yeah. Like, we're gonna go towards B. We know Atlanta FaZe has been abusing us down low bottom Vault, but in the adjustments that FaZe tried to make in the last 2 rounds of the game, you saw they run right through hallway. Heretics ready for it, finding a couple of kills, and then in the final round, Metals, the guy had 3 kills, pops off, finds 2 initially, just like, I can struggle all game, but when you need me to make a play, I'm still going to be confident in the round 11 to make the big play. And here's a quick stat, Chris, I know you love stats. In the last 6 matches, they have
like
had
this
5
play
round
from
11s,
Meadows,
and they've
holy
won
shit.
4 of them.
Another
So in these
3,
tense
well,
moments,
Vector
in
got the
clutch
kills
rounds,
as
they
well,
are winning
but
them almost
Meadows
every time.
is
That's a good team.
Kings of the clutch.
Yeah.
And even better, they were 0-3 on Vault
countered
their
their
into this.
setup,
so they
and
were
it's
clearly
that, like,
trying to
that
test
is
their map pool and
crazy.
work on expansion. Is what I touched on last time when they were going against LAG, is that Miami Heretics' biggest thing right now is going to be control, and it's going to be expanding their map pool. So the fact they're able to take that off of Atlanta FaZe means their work is coming through.
Lock in for a good day of Call of Duty. We're knotted up in our first match of the day, but let's revisit why Atlanta FaZe had the lead going into Surge. Walk me through it.
Yeah, you know, we're talking about Miami potentially winning this series. It's going to be tough if Atlanta is holding hills like this. So we're going to talk about P3. We don't talk about this hill a whole lot, but man, was this a picture-perfect hold. We're going to jump into the menu app and kind of explain what's going down here, right? So you got a Beezy. He's on the stairs, right? So he's just kind of a layer here. And what's so clutch about everybody in this moment is that there's not a single wasted action. So you have a player out here watching the street, that's Celium, and you have Draza, who's going to be playing the hill, and he's kind of just adding another visual lane here. That's trying to pick up any slack for Celium, who's going to be getting pushed out on that street. Then you got a player who's watching the outer push, right? So look at how they execute this. We'll jump back into the mini map here in a moment to see how they rotate off spawn, but this is just beautiful. BZ finds a kill on the top stairs. You got Celium watching the street, and you can see in the hill right now, you have Draza, who can help push out and apply some pressure just to slow them down. And when he dies, you see him on that mini map. He's going to start thinking towards rotations. 20 seconds left. He's going to pick up the outer round, make sure nobody can sneak on through. But this is how you have to be thinking when you're holding hills. What Atlanta FaZe just does so well. It's like anytime somebody's getting pushed, we have to go apply pressure, make it easier on them. And simply from Draza's death, it allows them to find those extra kills, and now they guarantee themselves rotation as well.
Layers.
Exactly.
And I'm pretty sure this is around the time we did the listen in tune. You can literally hear Draza be like, all right, guys, time to back up, time to hit this rotation. And that's why they're the #1 hold team in the game.
All right. So Miami Heretics just going to take us to a Game 5 round 11.
If they win this one.
Either of you want to switch your pick? Because everyone on the desk went Atlanta, and last time we did it, it was yesterday, we all went Minnesota. They got bopped.
I think there's that odds thing where, like, if it's 50-50, and if they give you an option to switch doors, you take the other door. So, production, yeah, I'll take Miami.
Wait, you're going to actually switch? We can actually do that?
Yes.
I'm not going
You
to.
in?
I'm not in. I'm not in. I'm going to stick with Atlanta FaZe. I think their respawn's a little too good right now, but I do hope it is a Game 5.
It's just statistics, bro.
Hey, we're keeping it fun. Ant knows how to gamble.
works with
Let's
3 doors,
jump
production
into the
said.
game.
Okay.
Study. Is Ant making a terrible move?
I'm dumb.
Jay
I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think Ant's tripping.
CJ?
I'm being on point. I
Duo.
think Miami
See,
got
we
an
locked in
opportunity
since
here.
2014, bro. Twin.
Facts. Come on, Duo. I'm
Depending on the
thinking
day.
Miami, especially with a 6'5", S&D, 1v2, 1v3, 2v4.
That's
They
what
got
I'm
some
saying,
momentum
bro.
going into this
What
map
happened
3.
in 2015? We'll talk about that later.
up.
Go ahead, Miles.
Get it out of here. Get out of here. It's getting personal. All right. Well, Jay, protocol control, though, first and foremost. Decent showing yesterday from the Heretics boys, but FaZe, where we sitting? How we dressing?
Hey, FaZe are the best attacking team that we have in the game on protocol. Even after the update, obviously they fell short versus Vancouver, but versus Optic, they won 2 attacking rounds with basically ease. When you're going on the defensive side, you know, it's like if we find a clean 3 to 4 dead, we can trap them in the spawn. There's a new spawn now, though, if you're not sitting anyone in 10, that they will spawn inside of that building. So as long as you have control of that, which we saw Atlanta FaZe definitely know that, you have to be able to work out of your base if you're Miami, because the thing that they struggle with on protocol is their attacking rounds. They get outslayed by almost 10 kills. That means you're simply in hell majority of the time.
Yeah, man, that's not a nice place to be, even if the record is nice for the Heretics. It's not actually nice. It's 10th overall, but protocol, mate, here we go. I've been enjoying the update. I can't lie. I think the P2 position there for the B zone has made things a little more interesting, a little more spicy. We'll see if that flavor is anything to deal with right now. It's a BZ at a 1.36. KD first overall so far here in Major 2 qualifiers. Well, we'll see how this one goes.
We'll start off with Atlanta FaZe on the attacking side. A lot of pressure over towards Heli. Sending every single player to make sure they try to get some early segments, or at least already get pushed them into your base, because now you got to worry about Simp playing for spawners.
Oh, yeah, he's already in. And that's a problem. That's Metals with first shot. That's Simp there with the aims in hand, right off spawn and right into a 2-piece. Go on, son.
4 dead.
And this is bad. I believe we call this position Castle, and right now Simp is king of the castle, and he's finding literally everything while his teammates get the second segment. Anyone who makes their way towards the back line is in trouble. Nice shots out of Lucky. Gets rid of Simp. You do lose the A zone in the process. 3 down, though, for FaZe. This is an opportunity for the Heretics to get on their bikes and fly forward.
Yeah, this is where they trapped them. How long can you keep Atlanta FaZe trapped in towards the backside? Simp already opens up the first kill to the bottom side of trip windows. Now trying to locate the rest of these players. Just flies on in. That's already 3 dead. You can get this kill, start stacking.
Bro, this is a testament to what happens. You get 3 dead. What happens? Well, Simp finds 2, and then he fights you out. And now all of a sudden you're on the B zone. So the small advantage you had as the Heretics has evaporated very quickly. That team might be made out of sugar in this round because it is gone here in the reigns of protocol. A couple of kills, though, for the Heretics now back on the Draz, who's found himself on the point. The nades are good. It's all there. Here come the reinforcements as well.
Hey, Miami need to go, though, because right now Atlanta FaZe have all the map control. Second segment about to be locked. We need to find these kills. Abizi and Celium line up 3. Keep Draza alive. The stack is in, and that is going to be the round. That was way too dominant right there, Ross. We're talking about 4 break off over towards A. Instantly 3 stacking with a clean 4 dead. Miami responds with 4 dead, but on the first attempt, Atlanta are able to break their way on out and not look back at it. That was dominant for Atlanta in round 1.
Si, senor, that was a lot. It seems 2-piece at the start of the round doesn't seem anything crazy as the highlight play here, but realistically, man, yeah, you get 3 down, you're back in spawn, you just find in a window, and Simp wins a 1v1 on the bottom side of lockers, like in bottom trips. That was it, man. As soon as you find that kill, pushes forward, trusts his teammates to find the rest of the kills, and it all falls into play. FaZe, a ridiculously clean round. a nice round 0 there for Real on the kills count. Sorry, that was me. Attacking round now for Heretic. He's getting one here, though. See,
guaranteed. Oh,
hey.
How about 2, Ross? There goes already 3 dead in the feed. Trying to line up the 3rd. Can't find that kill onto Simp. But at least you already put the game clock at a pause. Not a trophy system in sight to try to keep Lucky alive, but he's still able to find the kill. Renko with the timing might open up with the second. First segment about to be locked.
I love this, though. Lucky and Renko laps around grannies. Unfortunately, chooses wrong. Sim was behind door number 2. He didn't want that in the 50-50. Metal's keeping the front line fighting, baby. We got ourselves a second segment at A, and we're looking to B soon. Abizi's made his way into your bottom spawn building, though, so that's going to change things in a moment. 2:10 on the clock and 5 lives, 25 lives rather. Jay, this is absolutely ideal.
Yeah, this is a good situation to be in. You're up by 4. You have 2 minutes to work with. Just need 1 set of kills to go your way. As Rencore starts off with the first, you see how patient that Real is playing off the respawn. He knows that someone is roaming in his spawn. You cannot afford to die. At least you find the trade onto Simp, but everyone else falls. Now you hit reset.
And again, a different look this time around. Oh, Renko's going to find at least here. So middle of the map safe now. Trades are going to be done. It's going to be a basically 2v1 at the top side of the minimap before the reinforcements get there. And Celium still proving to be unbelievably difficult to kill. He's now bottom trips. He's now keeping the roam going. And still a slight lead on the life count for the Heretics, but plenty of time burnt. And oh dear, that's a big win. And this is a problem.
Yeah, this is an issue because Celium's already on 5 in a row. Now he's got the help of Simp to keep them trapped into the spawn. That's already 3 players off the respawn. Celium a little bit too aggressive on that gunfight. Leaves Simp out to drive by himself. He's only able to take down 1, so Miami get past the first wave. But it's already a minute of what left on the game clock.
They finally managed to stop it, though. One guy on a B. Lucky's getting the job done for now. Renko trying to cover the cross, but nobody's there. Nade's going to help. You've got to win fights all over the place, though. Real v Simp now, and that's another big win. Celium wins his in the middle of the map. Lucky now tagged up. His presence has been noted. Anyone there to find this kill? Got to get some reinforcements up there now, Heretics.
Ooh, we pushed.
You're trying to find a couple clutch kills in this moment. Thankfully, you go 2 for 1 in the trade fights. Second segment being worked on. The double stack is going to be here. Abizi can get nothing done. All of Atlanta phase now coming off the respawn. You got to go.
You got to find the kills at the very least. Oh, Celium. Whoa, finds at least 1 no lives left over phase. Top mid now. Simp finds his. And the Heretics clean it up. A spicy round indeed. Tied up in the segments as well.
It's just beautifully played right there for Miami to take their time. In the one situation that Atlanta phase found 3 to 4 dead. Off the reset, they're able to clear it out, or at least trade their way on out. But then the players who were already pushed out playing their life, they stalled out enough time. Their teammates found the kills, and then eventually you hop on the point. All tied up at 6 in segments, even with Celium sitting at 15 and 6. They were able to respond to tie the game.
Amen. And that's also full tied up segments as well. So thinking about that round 5, we have to get there. Simp, Cell, Abe, everyone's in, and now onto the A zone. And this is what happens, man. We get rid of any trophies. We push forward a little bit, but this time, no, Simp. He's going to hold back. Abe beats him to the punch, but Stark standard position to be in right now. Rank play teammates, take note. This is the way you get it done on attack. And Simp watching the middle of the map. No one's getting through.
Second segment already locked. Simp's reading the pressure. A couple players roaming towards the bottom side of Grandma's. Let me jump towards Top Gun. Let me get another freebie. Time is going to be extended, and Miami have only been able to find 1 kill on the round. You need to get a kill because they're just doing whatever they want. Oh my God!
It's done. The pressure is there. You're on the B zone. It's a momentary stack. Here comes Lucky, though. Hey, Lucky finds 2. Can't get the 3rd. Cells there to pick up his 17th of the map, and now pushing forward for the spawners, allowing anyone to make their way forward, trying to reinforce the attack here on the B zone. Perfect wave of kills over there from the Heretics place. Does slow down the phase reinforcements, so you're not out of the woods just yet, but you are down bad in the life count.
And can't be losing these trade fights either, because the BZ knows there's still 1 more player he's looking for. Give me the double. Now we're going to get right back on to B. Is my mid being watched? Yes, it is. The only player that can contest this is going to be Real on the pitch. You got to get into play.
Yeah, just capturing it from upstairs. Just about. First segment done. Anyone hit for it? Real's going to find 1. Renkov, he draws now on the stairwell. Abe dives out of the point. Another 3 dead. That could be the stack. It's a guarantee on the second segment, and it could be the round.
Yeah, Real, we got to get to the play. Like, we have to get back into the play. There's a double stack there. You're waiting for the players to come on the respawn, hoping that your team is able to clutch up. Thankfully, Lucky finds a double. And now it's all on to Metals in a 7v19 to alleviate a little bit of the pressure, and that double might just do it.
He's done it. He's drained the segment progress there as well. Now the push out. Shots are in from Real. Not enough for the kill, though. Selling with the good coverage from upstairs. Here comes FaZe. Another crack at this one. Metals with a close corner. They know he's on the zone somewhere. It's patient Jay from FaZe, and they're waiting for the perfect hit.
That's exactly what it is, man. 17v5. We can take our sweet time to play for the kills that are coming off the respawn. Draza on the pitch is able to find 2. The stack is there for Atlanta. Last player is coming off the respawn, but doesn't die quick enough. And I'm pretty sure Atlanta FaZe were able to secure that final segment there to take the 6-tick advantage again. But it's just these initial breakoffs cannot continue to be the way that you were going to play it if you're Miami. You cannot go 4 dead, instantly give up that 8 point, and allow Atlanta FaZe to have 2 minutes and 15 seconds to work with. It's just way too much time.
Yeah, man, the attacking rounds back to back now. Well, 3. All the rounds wins we've seen so far. What a change from Protocol, getting spawn killed on defense. It looks a little different this time around for our 2 squads. But yeah, man, you're not wrong. See how the opening break goes. Heretics has not been ideal. Can FaZe win the D and then win the map? Let's find out. Spicy game of control, man. Really enjoying this for the Heretics. See if they can get themselves going. And again, it just looks like all guns are up. It is a wall of FaZe players.
This time Atlanta do have 1 player already working the pinch. Even with a 3 dead, your safety net is going to be Simp. He's only able to take down 1, but gives his teammates opportunities to invest your stuns and your nades over the top side to try to take them off at this point. But first segment already live.
FaZe, they opt to not attack the A zone. They go through the full wrap. Lucky's on the repo. Metals now trying to stay alive in the back line. Not going to happen. Raincore finds his 3rd. Nearly the 4th. And nice awareness there, but Abizi, the late flank, pays off and they save the A zone.
And now Abizi already in your spawn. Can he get a couple kills? Metal trying to hold down 10 positioning. Abizi is going to get caught. Great opening gunfights there for Miami to get themselves out of the spawn. Still need 1 more segment here at that 8 point. You already have 1 player on the point. You had the pinch on the call.
Miami's shooting back, that's for sure. They are absolutely like Ballsy. They've lost like 2 rounds.
Wow, Abizi gets in. Simp now from top.
But they are definitely reading.
Abizi off of the zone. So everyone's done and dead. The progress there is going to be drained now. Oh, that might be a stick. Oh my good god. Simp gets the damage in, and he is starting to prowl in your spawn. Can't show any respect now, Heretics. You've got to fly. 30 seconds to go.
You gotta get out. Gotta get out, and Abizi this time pulls out the AR because he knows the gunfight's gonna be a little bit long distance. Already 2 dead in the feed. Last push coming in for Miami. You have to open up with a kill.
Oh, here we go. You're gonna get 1 decent crack at this, boys. Oh my word, Simp with a wrap. Simp with the 1st, the 2nd. Trades done. Onto the zone, 8.1. Celia loses his fight. Raincore finds 2. Over to Draz to save it. The damage is there, but not enough to stop the player on the capture, and that could well be the moment the Heretics needed. The life count is relatively even, and an additional minute to go.
Down by 1 left, make it all tied up with Celium finding a double. Raincore here trying to contest it. Only able to take down 1, and now that leads to 3 dead. Atlanta gonna start to take a little bit of map away. Miami gotta slow it down.
Ooh.
Don't slow anything down when you're 3 dead, and now all gas from Atlanta FaZe into the spawners. 6-9. FaZe with the advantage. Here come the nades from Abizi. It is starting to get ugly, folks. No lives remaining now. Metals can scarcely make it out of spawn. Abizi finds 2. The 3rd is his if he can sniff the last player out, who's managed to escape. Raincore is taking the route of all routes. Cell guns it, and that is control, folks. FaZe 3-1, the final score.
Yikes.
Protocol continues to be an issue for the Heretics.
Man, everything besides Vault is an issue for Miami right now. They have 6 total wins in control, and 5 of them being on Vault control. So it's still a struggle for them on what map they want to try to add to the map pool. But Protocol versus a team like Atlanta did not treat you right. 2 defenses where you get 4 dead in the first 5 seconds. You give up that early segments at A. You allow Atlanta FaZe 2 minutes to work with. All they're looking for is 1 opportunity, and they do not let it go. Then even in that final round, I thought Miami gave themselves an opportunity when they found that double initially to start it all off. But then after that, it was just Simp flying in, finding the double, a Beezy whipping out the AR, find a freebie, and Celium to close down a single-handedly on that left side lane. Just dominant again. Once Atlanta FaZe have you in that trap, they realistically don't let it go easy.
Oh, man. And we saw the trap, different looks. I mean, it always starts the same way, especially in the attacking round. It's like, yeah, we're going to push up that back castle side. We're going to get players on top of that. We're going to keep them guessing. And meantime, top mid, absolute domination. I mean, it is so hard to get back on that B zone if you don't have anyone top mid. It's real difficult to get the sort of, you know, the breaks there. And kills were huge from FaZe, from start to finish, man. I mean, everyone had decent KDs. Everyone was looking good off the rip. I think the opening break show, was that the biggest sort of difference maker you saw there for FaZe? Like, they just didn't give up those advantages after they got them.
Without question, man, because you're starting off these rounds and you're dominating in the kill feed. Like, look, Miami only have 1 kill still, and they are already showing presence over towards B. They cannot keep up with the slaying, and it only makes it more difficult when you're going for dead off the rip, because now Atlanta have all the information gained. Everything accounted for. No long pitches are being developed. No one on the repitch trying to flank towards top trips, even giving themselves an opportunity. Just makes it a whole lot easier when everything is right in front of you. Let the FaZe get all the kills, and it turns out to be a very dominant map play.
Oh, man. I think as well, the Heretics, especially, you know, when they're trying to fight their way out of spawn, it's kind of a difficult situation to be in anyway, but they're showing a lot of respect. You know, they're waiting. They're not necessarily sending it. I know it's the opposite with FaZe, man. They were just like, I'm getting out of spawn and I'm doing it right now. And that's what Simp did in that first round. He just flew out. No questions asked. I didn't see anyone. I'm going to take the gunfight. I won. And exactly that. 3-1, the score on Protocol. We will not be seeing that again until map 5, if we can get there. And Hacienda, Jay, what are we thinking, man? Hacienda's not been a bad map whatsoever for the Heretics. They are playing FaZe.
Yeah, nah, they are playing FaZe. They have a 2-1 record compared to FaZe, who are 2-2, but all the wins for Miami on this map are very, very tight. They don't have a stat that stands out here. When you talk about a map like Hacienda, you want to be the team, especially early at some of these hard points, because they are money hills. But then you also want to be the team that's great in their setups. That's been the biggest thing for Miami, that the fact that they are 4th overall in HP, but they are dead last in hold percentage, doesn't make sense to me. That means that they're relying heavily on their breaks, probably mediocre on their rotations, but everything is on their breaks. On a map like Hasi, it's very difficult to break some of these hills, so your setups need to be a lot better if you're trying to force a game 5.
Yeah, we'll see how the setups go. Hacienda's a fun one, folks. We've been playing it since Black Ops 4. And here in BO6, I mean, not a lot of people can believe they were stunned and shocked, frozen, if you will, at the addition of Hacienda here. A lot of classic Treyarch maps, but I think it's been a lot of fun to see this one. Lucky Rancor can scarcely believe themselves, Jay. Just paralyzed. The FaZe boys got to be feeling real good going into this map, knowing the hardpoint has been a strong suit. It has to be said, for a real long time.
Yeah, and the good thing is the 2 hardpoints that they do in this series, the red card to start this one off and the Hasi to start this one off. These are 2 of their not really preferred hard points that you want to say, but they made the adjustments to start off on red card. Now you have an opportunity to do it here on Hasi. And I think Ali said it perfectly on the desk.
Yeah,
right now
that's not a good stat for
in the game. They can basically play
Miami.
every map they want to.
They may surprise us.
2-2 record.
They might surprise us with reality.
Like, they are the best hardpoint team in the game. They went blow for blow
we'll see what happens.
Time. But if you allow players like Celium and Simp to just dominate in the respawns the way that they have been in map 1 and map 3, yeah, this is GG.
Yeah, this might be GG. We'll see, though. We get to that game 5. It could be anyone's map. Oh, baby. Well, let's find out how Hacienda goes, ladies and germs. We're diving straight into this one on board with Real, who will find himself over towards a little bit of open. Anyone here to find kills? No need. Metals has got nades for it.
Instantly playing for that hill time, but unfortunately no one watching over towards Open. Simp makes him pay for with a double. Lucky a little bit late on the reaction, and Simp is able to at least line up 3. A BZ takes the 4th, but spawns now instantly flip. A BZ sort of aware that potentially one is still going to spawn on my side, but just gives up on it to just go stack with his team.
That was something, mate. Oh boy. If that's a sign of things to come, you never know, folks. Heretics now on the attempted bounce back. Look towards that P2 side. That's where Metals is going. Spawn's going to be fantastic right now for the FaZe boys. The final 10 seconds of this hard point. Celium and Draz get theirs. Only man forward right now is Real, as he tries to get himself into lobby and tries to get himself in towards that P2. Okay.
Oh, but Lucky opens up with a big double through the front side. So now Atlanta FaZe has at least one playing on now. You could try to hold it in a really tight setup from the front end, but Atlanta FaZe now have you surrounded. The repinch from Draza lines up the first. The break is good. Now, if you're the last players from Miami, you got to take your time here because this could be a full 60 if you go one by one.
Got to get that side door. Got to get that side door. Real waiting for anyone to get some damage in there. Easy on the close play. Draws on the ultimate heady. And it's just going to be back and forth, waiting for the opportunity for that trade. 3 dead. Last man lucky on the outside. He's dead and done. And the next 30 seconds are not going to be fun for the Heretics.
And you can already see Atlanta FaZe have them trapped in towards the backside. You want them spawning over towards old. Even with Real finding that first kill, you're more effective on the trade. And draws him with the knife, just turn it to Michael Myers. Give me the 2. Lineup number 3 on 6 in a row.
Away draws. 10-3, starting this one off strong. Final few seconds of this hard point. FaZe got the map completely in their hands. Again, not a whole lot you can do when everyone is playing like this. Hard point now ready, and FaZe once again in there first.
You need a break. You need it quick because it's going to get out of hand. Miami going to take their time trying to retake over through top plat. An unfortunate team kill's not going to give them the numbers advantage. And Atlanta FaZe now get a clean 4 dead. You have Draza blocking the backside spawn, forcing all of Miami to try to break through the front.
My word. Tim dancing. Lucky with a break now through the front. Can he get any more kills out of this life? Real is going to be the tip of that spear. He has been snapped in half. Rencor now trying to step up. And it is an endless wave of Heretics players, but they are being dealt with one by one as FaZe continues to devour.
These Meadows is not having a good time so far.
He's on pace for a very good map.
Miami need to cut their losses. It's cool. All right, let's go fight this junk time for the final 10. But again, we're going to be laid off the rotation. It's going to turn into a 2-on-2. Draza has both weapons for the occasion. And him and Celium already win the gunfights towards New. The score line is going to continue to get even worse because Miami can't find a way into these hard points.
What are we talking about here? Oh, my Draza! Another one. He gets himself 2 more, and there's the big immediate pickup from Sim. Finds himself 5 in a row. It's absolutely ridiculous stuff right now. Pressure for the Heretics is starting to fizzle out. They are being identified and dealt with. The pick up there from Abizi on the pinch finally gets killed. So now towards the front we look, but FaZe are still burning hot on the hard point as Sim reads nearly every gunfight. Wonderful shots from Real, but too much damage dealt surely. As Abizi flies on in, and Jay, we are watching a masterclass from FaZe right now.
This is a whooping, Ross. This is a whooping. Finally, a nade is able to open up with the first blood. You have the numbers, just got to trade it all now. Celium only able to get 1, and finally Miami able to get a break. But it's only for 10 seconds. You're still going to be down by 120 at the ending of this P4, and Sip is still not going to allow you to get that for free. Atlanta FaZe are just on a different level right now.
This is, it's truly that. Heretics is still a strong team, but right now we're watching a magical performance from the FaZe boys. Snapping all over the shops. Metals there gets the trade. Trying to buy whatever space you possibly can, but it doesn't matter. The time is still going the way of FaZe. Oh dear, Abizi. Here comes the re-challenge. He wants it. And he gets it, Rencor. Doing what you can, but again, trade after trade after trade. Jay, this is a beautiful sight for FaZe fans.
Yeah, this is a slaughter, man. There's only 25 seconds left on P1. You can give up all this time and still be up by 100 plus. You're already winning the rotation over towards New.
Oh my goodness.
Miami aren't finding any kills in the feed. Now a long route on the cards here for Lucky. You gotta make this one count. Not a single one of your teammates are finding kills, so it's only you on this side of the map.
Yeah, and the spawns are not quite there yet. And here comes Abizi trying to take it back from Lucky, and he spent a lot of time watching this one. He's given up the back. Now from the front, the FaZe boys will be there as well. Real, is he going to account for this? He cannot. Sim breaks down the side door. Last 2 players, they're alive on the point. At least Metals gets 1. In we go, holding it together. Can they get the kills? They sure can. Well played, the Heretics. Celium last hit. 1 and done. Now you hold.
That's well played right there from Rencor and Metals. 2v4. Trying to hold down a Money Hill here at P2. Able to clutch up on the gunfights and now potentially walk away with the full 60. All of Atlanta going to try to reinforce their way through the front door.
He's on my left.
This is not the ideal situation you want to be in because Sim just flies on in. He finds a double, and now they're walking away with the final 20.
Under perfect cover of his teammates, 23 and 8. Nice nade from Real off the back wall. And now you go. Line up, but a lot of damage, not enough for the kill. Great work out of the Heretics there. It was looking dire, but a single P2. A strong injection of vitality into their veins. Now can we get across the fences? Probably not.
We gotta find a break and we gotta find it quick. At least find an initial kill onto Draza, but Simp again. The game breaker is lining up 3. He has this player one shot. He's gonna run away to just play his life. But he still knows the pressure is on him. Metals takes care of him, and now Miami just got to get in.
They're trying, and that's it. I said probably not. That still meant there was a chance. Dra's now trying to fight his way from the backline. Abizi will be with the pinch through the middle of the map, waiting for the perfect timing of his boys. But again, Heretic starting to push forward, starting to get a little bit more aggressive, take some space. Don't let FaZe just fly on through. And once again, a solid hold.
This is perfect.
Miami's trying to make a comeback. That's for sure. They're definitely.
There's no hill more important than the next one coming up. Obviously, you want.
Well, I don't think a comeback is happening anytime soon.
That you do if you are Atlanta, you can fight for all
Unless they try to rotate. They are way late on the rotation.
Oh, no way. We've seen a few crazy moments from that very position from the FaZe boys, but not today, ladies and gents. Nice nade there from Abe. Oh, wow. And he picks up Renker on the flank as well. That's unbelievable. Draz now through the front. Draz gets 2. And once again, solid as a rock hard point.
You have one player on the pinch, though, in Rencor. He was able to spawn over towards both sides.
Oh, wait.
You're going to have Sip giving that info. Someone's working the pinch. And Miami need to make this play count. 2v4 and a hard point.
It makes it count and some. Lucky last man in there with a Jackal. Gets the break. 35 to go here on Rock.
No, it's time if you're Miami.
Me scusi. Dude, he holding it together. But again, Abe now on the break through the front, Jay. Finding kills everywhere, but Heretics, can you hold it? Your answer is yes. Sell there with a contest. Just to keep the boys off of it. And he's down now as well. 10 to go.
Okay, so Miami's starting to show a little bit more life here. Guns are starting to get a little bit more hot, but still a long way to go. Down by 100. You need to get a lot of time here off of this P1. Gunfights need to go your way. Effective on the trades is a 2-2 split. But Lucky puts the numbers in their advantage. Now someone get in the hill.
I'm gonna try and get in the hill. While Metals is there trying to clear out those corridors. Now Abizi, he's gonna do exactly that on the other side of the map. Thinking about P2 as well. Just shots Rencor. Doesn't let that play happen. Draz is gonna possibly attempt it as well. But again, thinking about that P2 phase, playing for the win here. Playing for that long game. I'm not hating what I'm seeing out of the Heretics though, Jay. Second by second, we're pulling it back.
Okay, they're fighting back, and now they don't have really opportunities to already play for that rotation over towards New, because you don't want to give them that time, but Lucky winning big gunfights versus Draza is going to secure the backside. Miami starting to rally their way back in. Final 15 can go either way, but they have the rotation over towards New. They're starting to win all their gunfights. Vamos, Miami, they're back.
They're way back. And in the deep back now, Lucky goes. Oh, Mel's with the pick up the pitch. Go on, son, find another. You do. Okay. The battle of Zig, which Simp wins it. Now to the front. Real, the trays are there. Another member of FaZe, though, coming through that side door. It's going to be Selly. Real picking up kills all over the place.
Ooh.
Real can't find any more. Hard point back at the hands of the Heretics, and we are still alive.
Still in it. It's a lot of time here at P2. But it's one player trying to be the game breaker. Simp paying it super patient through mid lobby. You have a long run on the cards here for Real. He's going to spot him. Not able to win the gunfight. Now all of Atlanta FaZe are right through the front door.
Through the front, and they're trying to watch the front side. Simpno still waiting on the side door. Here comes the play. Doesn't check the back. Lucky can't get any more. And that's the break for FaZe. And it might be game. Can we get in there, Real? Trying to send it forward.
We need to get in this hard point. Atlanta FaZe can no longer win it here at P2, but they can get pretty damn close. We can't give up this time if you're Miami.
10 to go. A big deep breath. Metals with the bangs. And that's going to be enough to get over towards the new hard point. Simp, though, the game breaker. Now going toe-to-toe with Real. A quick row.
Ooh, that's not a good play from Real.
Here come the Heretics. The stuns connect. Simps hold them at bay. Here comes the contest, and Metals wins the fight. Over to Draz. From up high, down. And FaZe, you've got to get a break now for the win.
You got to take your time. Abizi over towards offense. He knows he just needs one kill. His teammates are repitching from every single angle. Back spawns are not blocked. This is where you go if you're Atlanta.
Draz picks up the pinch. Oh,
yeah,
and it folds like a house of cards. And FaZe sign it with a stamp on the hard point. That was a sensational comeback, but way too good of a hacienda for Atlanta FaZe.
Just way too strong of a start there for Atlanta. The entire first rotation of hard points, they dominated. They were up by about
they had a good attempt,
points as we got to the second P1. Just Miami a little bit too late to the party. laid off rotations, could not find breaks early
Had a good
on.
attempt, but unfortunately,
Second
just
half of the game, they gave Atlanta
they just
FaZe a
started
run
off.
for their
They
money.
just didn't heat up in
Slow
time,
starts, at
and
least
they
in
just
both of
took the
hard points,
advantage.
to be honest, but Atlanta FaZe, just a more polished team, made the adjustments to win the rotations, to set up properly at these money hills, and walk away with this series in a 3-1 fashion.
The 3-1 is one thing, but that has to end again. Yeah, Heretics a slow start, but there was nothing they could do, man. FaZe, look at the kills across the board. I mean, Simcell draws slamming. Slamming. That first half of the first like 2 sets were disgusting. Again, nothing but kudos to the Heretics for pulling it back despite those individual performances. And that's the comeback, man. As far as I'm concerned, you know, second set, they really got back in there from 26. 169 to 26, that is disgusting, man. Tremendous resolve, very, very tenacious performance there from the Heretics. But FaZe, start strong, don't have to do anything crazy to finish out. A very, very good hard win.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing, is that the adjustments they needed to make on red card, winning rotation, setting up properly, they showed it there. And then Nahasi, just that first start was everything. Flawless off the rotos, flawless on your setups. Didn't really need breaks because you were the team initially at every single one of these money hills. And that's what's going to win you the game. That's what makes Call of Duty so easy. When you're the team set up early, you stand a pretty good chance of dominating the map.
Who else dominated the pick'ems, though, over on the desk? Because
not Wheeler.
Somebody changed it.
Hey, listen, you got to have fun with it, right? I was believing the dream, bro. Vamos!
Vamos! We're not in Spain. Yeah, sorry, bud. Atlanta FaZe better in Spain and better today. A 3-1 this time around. Congratulations to Miami, though, showing grit in that search and destroy.
Yeah.
Can we just focus on Chris Lair, though,
Please.
for a minute? Nameless, if I get to a respawn game, how many kills should I expect from this young man?
I mean, 30 plus, Chris. He had 30 in all the respawns, like 32, 15 in the control, popped off in both the hard points, just going insane. You know, we're watching the game and like we're like, oh, it's 169 to 20. We look up, we're like Sims 21 and 7, like just taking over. And you know, it's kind of a product of like when the team plays sound Call of Duty, like what he's able to do and get away with, right? Like everybody's on the same page. The work is clearly working. When they're winning rotation, he's able to do things like this. He's the scariest in the game as it stands right now.
Simp, incredible on the SMG, but also ARs with the stellar performance. You saw Celium with the final hill breaks, and then, of course, Draza, damage across every respawn, including search and destroy. What's going wrong for Atlanta, if anything? They did drop a map today.
The only thing that's going wrong is their search and destroy is taking a little bit of a dip. And I mean, I think that's more of a testament to how good some of these other teams and the work that they've been putting into search and destroy. I feel like a lot of the interviews we've had recently, it's just been the tale of like the teams that can make the mid-round adjustments during these map 2s and 5s, because search and destroy can be so one-dimensional, especially on a map like Vault. So you tip your hat a little bit more to the side of Miami Heretics. Atlanta FaZe, maybe a couple of mid-round tweaks for them when it comes to that game mode, but otherwise, their respawn's disgusting.
FaZe gets it done in 4, winning every single respawn and looking in control of this series. Your play of the game, though, belongs to the man that Nameless was highlighting. He goes by the name of
He's there.
Simp.
He's everywhere. Chris Lair.
Chris Lair.
Can we make this a chant when we get down to Texas? He's going to be doing things like this.
People don't chant for FaZe. They just boo at him.
All right, well, FaZe, no,
He deserves a chant.
there are the super FaZe fans that are in the front row always battling with the Optic fans. Like, come up with some creative chants and get people going, because he really is, like, so far this game, he's been unbelievable. Guys. Like, he's an MVP candidate 100%.
You're watching greatness.
Yeah, and a lot of people would argue that, like, a lot of people would say he's the GOAT, but a lot of people would argue, like, if he goes on to win some more chips this year, potentially World Championship, he would be the GOAT, right? So he's having a historic performance these last couple of years, man. He's been insane.
Nameless, I would like to get more impressions on social media. True or false? Simp is more successful and a better player than Scump.
Oh my God, that's a loaded statement. Production just said, go into break.
We're going to break.
I would say Scump is a GOAT, one of the legends. I would still put Simp slightly above it.
Hey, take it to chat. Let us
I
know
love Scump.
who you
Scump
got
is
when
amazing.
we come back.
He's absolutely amazing.
Shutting up the chat with his performance yesterday. Looks to keep it rolling against a struggling Kenny.
Upgrade your game with the Scuff, the official controller of the Call of Duty League.
The Esports World Cup is an official partner of the Call of Duty League.
follows up with another one. It's all going to be on to Brezzy now to make the play, and he can't do it. This is dominant from Ultra. Scrap just stood up, celebrated, took off his headset. You got another round, bud.
He's locked.
Yeah.
He said, my bad.
Marnie or top guy?
Wait, I think they're probably working, eh?
Yeah, they have Deddy, by the way.
Sheesh. Sheesh, bro.
Good
Hold that. Sheesh.
Bro, my POV that.
Whichever bomb site they choose to go to, 30 seconds on the clock, and well, if he's been seen, he will drop off the map.
We're good.
Take it on the chin. Get ready for the next round.
Wow. Okay. Well, something to note. Never f***ing dive off that ever again. Wow. Okay.
4v1, I think it was, the clutch, something like that. And we were just, you know, playing the round out, and I hear, oh, cat, you know, he's pushing up. I'm thinking, oh, he's dead, okay, so let's play it nice. And then I just hear a roar behind me, an absolute roar. And then he's like, watch it. And then the kill cam wasn't running, so I was doing the roll the tape. I want to see this. And luckily, it came up, and yeah, he's blown him away and left a bit of a little doo-doo in his pants, I think.
The 2025 Optic Texas Team Pack is available now. Each pack includes home and away operators, as well as this vinyl proving your membership in the Alien Task Force. Next time you boot up, suit up at the in-game shop.
I'll be able to like chat. I don't know. I'm home. Give me. In my phone.
The struggle bus was wide open in week 1 for Optic Texas, but they're hoping to get off at their first stop. It's Carolina here in week 2, and Alley Cat, you got to get off right now because Slasher's squad, they've been looking vulnerable at times, but yesterday they were looking pretty ferocious.
Yeah, it looked like maybe Optic Texas had a chance because they've been on the losing side of this battle. They're 0-2 versus Carolina Royal Ravens so far this season, and based on Carolina's most recent matchup and Optic Texas' most recent matchup, it is not looking too hot from the Optic Texas boys. 0-6 in map count. Their S&D has somehow gotten worse, and so has their control. They have dropped terribly. So for Optic Texas, something's got to be changed.
They got thrilled by Minnesota, the team that Carolina just beat yesterday. So, Name, let's talk about it. What's going wrong in Texas?
Yeah, they got to figure it out because look at that schedule. Well, yeah, I mean, I think, you know, with Texas, like, it's about rules, right? And you have your basic rules in every respawn where it's like you gotta rotate, you gotta hold, but there's more intricate ones that are like map dependent. Like if a guy gets through, all right, how do we react to that, right? If we're on vault and a guy gets into our ammo, we have to first stop, wrap back, and kill that guy, right? And then we make plays from there. And it just feels like they don't have enough of those. And I don't know if that's from Pred like just coming back into the roster or players playing a little bit too individual, but every team has a ton of those rules, and you try to abide by them to the best of your ability, and Optic just doesn't seem like they have enough. And that's why the games look so stressful, in my opinion.
Optic hosting the major. You want to perform in front of your crowd. You want to be able to do it from the winner's bracket. They are very tough road ahead. Let's take a look, though, at Carolina on the other side of this fight. Slasher's team has been bipolar. The most recent team, though, was dominant, with Gwyn taking over the middle of
I don't know where my phone is, chat, so I'm gonna have to look for it later.
It wasn't that strong to start the season, but because they were so strong everywhere else, we kind of pushed it under the rug. But now it's starting to show blaringly in some of these series. And if they can continue what they showed versus Minnesota, that map one was a dominant 250-198 on that Skyline. They were expanding their map pool in that as well, because Skyline was not really a part of their rotation. So for Carolina Royal Ravens, working on hard points is going to be the biggest focus for this split for me.
Yeah, I think this team is going to have like weeks like that, right? Like where they're just going to struggle on HP, right? Because like you look at the roster, it's not like superstar studded, right? You're going to have to have big performances from Gwyn and TJ to be able to beat some of those top teams and respawn consistently. But yeah, I mean, I think for Carolina, they're a good team, and every time the pressure's been on, they've delivered. Like top 2 in the minor, top 4 at the major, and just when things start to get out of hand, they come back and they 3-0 Minnesota, right? So they're just a tough team to take down, and they're sound.
Carolina Royal Ravens ready to go today. We've got Slasher and TJ 2 stars in this game, especially when it comes to search and destroy. Gwyn, though, in respawns has been the stud for Carolina. If you're looking for best player in the lobby, though, I want to start with you, Alley Cat. Who's your player to watch today?
Best player in the lobby? I mean, you want to say Shotzi just because of the previous performances, but low-key, as far as consistency goes, I'm going to stick with Gwyn.
Optic has struggled against Carolina. Let's take a look at their past 2 meetings in this title. Remember, Pred wasn't in either of these matches.
Yeah, beating them in the minor and in the major, right? Knocking them out of both of those. So Carolina versus Optic, extremely comfortable, and TJ has had good success.
And the biggest point is that, again, Optic Texas are 0-2 in S&D right now. They are 0-3 overall, overall versus Carolina Royal Ravens in Search and Destroy. And it's been the first bloods. Both these teams are struggling in those opening duels. Optic Texas, bottom of the league, so keep out for those in map number 2.
Maps and modes. Let's show everybody what we have in front of us as all 8 players are in the lobby. We have Protocol, Red Card, Hacienda, Skyline,
Photo
and
card,
if we get to game
Haci,
5,
Sky,
a second
Pro.
dose Protocol for Search and Destroy. Crunching the numbers, it hasn't looked good for Optic yet in Major 2.
It's looking good for both these teams, though, when it comes to these map sets. This is a head-to-head battle. They're definitely just trying to create some bang-outs.
Yeah, I like this map set, man. I hope we get all the way to 5. I hope we get to that Protocol S&D. It always makes for a banger game 5.
And are you feeling the pressure? Pred's not feeling any pressure.
He should be. I'm not feeling any pressure. I'm vibing. I'm enjoying this. I love drama, and I want to see Optic crawl out of this hole because I believe they will, and that's why I'm picking them to win the series.
Optic Gaming is locked in. What about you? You going Texas?
No, I'm going to go with Carolina Royal Ravens. I really like what they showed versus Minnesota, and they already have the comfortability in this matchup.
Ooh. Ant, did they give you a point
they
for
gave
a wrong answer?
Yeah, because I did it for like the love of the game, like for the
he
second.
appealed to the judges.
Yeah.
They like him better.
I switched it for the love of the game.
Rosalie, you are falling back. I'm going Optic Texas today as well.
That's crazy, guys. Really?
Slide is real. Maven, true or false? Simp's better than Scump.
Oh, man. This guy's just setting everybody up. You've already had enough last week. I'm going to just protect you. We're going to have a great match.
I think people know my answer, but no, I really like what Ant said kind of about rules, because
just remember, Scum carried me, so that's a good point, right?
But I had a lot of back and forth with Optic fans last week due to my Kenny comments and talk about the team.
Yeah, it's crazy. I'm a bigger Kenny fan than you are. So
I love me some Kenny. But
I wish it was me.
Listen, he's not playing well. That's a fact. There's no way around that. He needs to improve. But I like what Ant said. As a former player, he knows about kind of rules and fundamentals. And the fact is, like, I was trying to say this to people, like, Optic Texas, like, their skill ceiling is insanely high, right? Like, they have one of the highest skill ceilings in the game. But I think it's not COD IQ. It's like fundamental. Like, their fundamental floor can be very low. And I think we saw that last year, right, during Qualifier 4. You saw a team that could win champs and then go winless in a qualifier. Any team, regardless of like your skill, if you're not doing the bare minimum, the basics, when it comes to fundamentals, you are going to struggle. And that's why, like, as much as I think Kenny is playing poor, I think it's just a bigger issue for this team. Well, it's things to work on.
I mean, it's what happens. New title comes out. You have a player for about a month.
Yeah.
That player's gone.
Yeah.
You reset.
That's part of it.
You reset.
Yeah.
Resetting doesn't help you. We've talked about it with Vegas Falcons. Like, we just have. It does not help. It doesn't matter the caliber of player or talent that you are.
Yeah.
It just doesn't help anyone.
No, I think the reason I was telling people not to panic, like Optic fans, just like, listen, it's early in this stage. It's a long year. Would you like to have things figured out by time Major 2 comes around? Absolutely. But, like, I just don't think you need to panic through the first couple of series. They are very talented. They just have to get back to the basics. And it just reminds me, again, of Qualifier 4 last year. Like, you literally have to go winless and then win champs.
I mean, it's just this day and age. We're going to react to every map, every play. And that's the way it is. But these guys were world champions last year. That is, that's it. They're defending it once again. But back into this match, you get a couple of kills from TJ. Nice start from Dashy and Fred. But it's Carolina on the time.
Dashy, you know, he's been getting some flack. Ken, the AR duo has just been struggling. They're looking to come out firing, and well, you see Dashy doing just that. So he starts out 6-1, and these guys look to get rolling. And you know, I thought, due to the form we believe before yesterday that Royal Ravens were in, this is really maybe a really good bounce back opportunity for Texas. We thought the Carolina was kind of sliding, but then after the 3 over Rocker yesterday, they're playing some real sound Call of Duty.
No, they were. No, honestly, yeah. Fundamentally, when we talk about fundamentals, like this is we've talked about it with Carolina. This is a team that's going to have them, and if they want to beat the best teams,
they need to.
They need to have it. And yeah, I mean, they've beaten Optic. They've bested them twice throughout the year, both in tournament competitions. But right now, it's a pretty back-and-forth battle, and Dashy's in it on the hill. He's 7-2.
And I think that's like a conversation. Like, Carolina have to have their fundamentals on in order to beat teams. A team like Optic has the luxury of having like an off day and getting by on like talent and stuff, but like when you're doing none of the things you need to do, it's just, yeah, anyone can struggle. And I kind of said last night, we were talking about Falcons, I mean, different story, but it is hard to win in this league. There are a lot of talented teams. The coaching staffs we have nowadays, the prep we have, the scrim schedules, the VOD review, it's a bit different than it was when you were competing. It is. Like, it's a hungry competition, and yeah, if you get caught slipping, bro, I don't care who you are, you can get slammed.
Yeah, 100%. No doubt about it nowadays. Yeah, we've talked about just the competition leveling up every single year. But on this rotation towards this P3, what Slash was able to, he's just staying alive. He's on his 3 spree. Shots he finds and kills, and he's just trying to protect it back here, get his team the spawns.
See if he can continue to pounce with his teammates. They're winning it from the front. They've now gotten inside. Dashy can't win the one against Slasher, but should be a trade, or at least able to back him up as Preg's going to push out, get a big double there top mid, alleviate that pressure from top mid. Fantastic job. As they'll secure this time and try to push open a lead. They'll have one player to deal with up close and personal. That's going to be TJ. That's going to be a tough fight for Dashy. It's not really much of one. TJ actually turns that into 2, and these final 20 seconds look like they're going to be going the way of Ravens.
Yeah, I mean, Kenny's alive up top, but I guess with 15 seconds left, you'll take these deaths, but you have to deal with Gwyn early. You may not be ready for him, and well, he's going to take down the first. So it's hit from bait door. Shotzi and Pred both get kills. So honestly, 15 seconds left, you basically get gifted a rotation. Say, hey, P4, let's get there. They're able to find it. But here comes TJ. We just saw he had 2 kills, and well, his duo and Gwyn gonna break it on in. Well, last player alive is gonna be Dashy.
Yeah, no, I think, what, the TJ double and break, then plus the kill from Gwyn here at the opener at 4. I know Gwyn's not having a great match to start at 4 and 10, but he's kind of the first kill in that first domino to get them the break here. And now a chance to really turn this into time after you take the scrap time at 3rd. Looking real good for Royal Ravens. And here comes the pressure now from Optic Texas. They try to get in, only break up a few seconds until control is now regained, and you try to get some comfort time if you're Carolina.
Nice shots by Shotzi. I thought DJ had him there, hitting the slide out. Going 2 for 2 so far inside of the hill. Still 20 seconds left. Well, just the baiting and switching on point right there for Ravens. And this is what we saw yesterday. But the slaying really wasn't all that crazy. It wasn't very one-sided. Like, you had players making plays, whether it was Gwyn, whether it was, you know, Slasher going on some sprees, but when it came down to it, they just played a better COD than Rocker.
No, they did. They absolutely did. Didn't see the series going that way at all, but it certainly did, and I don't know. It's been a bit of a game of swings so far for the Royal Ravens, right? Like, started out so hot in Qualifier 1, then slipped off a bit, then made the run at the major. Maybe there's going to be a team that's a little up and down, and that's due to the pressure of just making the right play, having those fundies on point, and well, sometimes they're just going to get fried by the stronger teams from a talent standpoint. But right now in a good position, up 20. The slaying margin, not much separation between the 2 squads. Same in the score line, but we'll focus on the second set here. See if anyone can make some adjustments. Usually this is where we start to find a gap.
Yeah, and I mean, it's just simple as like, if I'm telling you Gwyn's double negative, you're probably not saying they're also winning by 20 points, right?
True.
He's able to find a couple of kills with this life. Well, they're going to earn some time, but he was 7 and 14. So Shotzi just trying to get pushed out through the middle of the map, put pressure on them. He's able to find 2, but where the hill is, his teammates all get taken down. It's 3 dead right now. It comes down to a 1 versus 1 on rotation. Well, that's going to be Vivid dropping down ladder, probably getting a free kill, and he does. Finds the timing.
Let's see what Vivid can do with the rest of this life. Well, maybe not much. able to at least stay up for now, but he was getting tagged from top zip. The pressure then soars in from the rest of the opposition. Kenny able to get that kill, tries to slide out and chow, but he's going to get caught by Gwen. TJ having himself a map.
Why are we individually chowing?
Dude, just hits the headshot to end that. That's
Bro,
ludicrous.
what are we
There for
doing,
TJ.
man?
He is feeling it in this one, and time still soaking for Royal Ravens.
I mean, that is, yeah, just unreal shots. Which I mean, I'm happy for him, but he has hit these last couple of years just such a high level, and he's doing it consistently. That's what we wanted to see, playing with such confidence. Ravens in control right now. Let's go to a listening with Carolina.
Oh my god, no way.
Stand on mid, stand on mid. We got P1, bro. Careful in the back, he's prior in the back, bro. Stairs, no road. He's running at me left, I'm one shot, I had to give up left, bro. He's already top on me, top zip. I'm just finding my life. Top zip and there's two left, I think. Zip. No, he's low zip, half health. Low bow, guys. He jumped on time, I think. There's two at time. Try to step. He might spawn you in the back.
How are we allowing that to happen? Come on, Optic. What the fuck are we doing? That's the second time that we just can't even get a fucking kill in them.
I'm in AG. One's IV. One IV. I'm working Sparrow, bro. Zip. Shotty, one shot zip. Dashy was front hill. Shotty zip though. Zip dead. Front door on me. Two at a time. I got one. No, two at a time. Two more. I'm actually holding it. Go now. Tell me one front door. Both we got on. Nothing ran out middle of my spawn. Marty, big door. Big door, one shot. One shot. Big door. I know him, big door. It could be right side. He's already in. He's in. Computer. One shot on me. I did it. Nice. I'm fire on me. He's fire on me. I still have fire. I'm big door. Can't stop it. He's fire on Dashy. She's fire. Big door dead. He's fire. One's sweet. We can right. Dead. Lucky hill. One shot. Corner dead. Nice, good job. Trying to get in. They could be Victor behind me. The two shots. Sparrow dead.
What are we doing, man?
What's wrong? One shot. I'm one shot, bro. I'm gonna door in 2 seconds. Big door, two big door. I'm at 2 seconds. Catch me Maps, absolute. I can big door in a second. Maps dead. Boat. Find a boat. What did you do? Nice. Boat dead. I'm one shot. I'm coming for Star fast. Could be maps. Want some shells with me? I'm mid.
Oh my god.
No shots he done. No, gate. It might hit me old here. Make sure we get this. Might hit big door. Might hit roll dash. Let me know the big door. Yo, he's P2 stairs, I think. I'm going low heli. One's on you. Alley to new. He's still P2. Zip on me. I'm in grandma. I'm low heli. I'm like back
A really great listen in and another solid P4 for Carolina Royal Ravens.
I mean, it's what we heard yesterday. Just very calm, cool, collected. You hear the small talk. Yeah, it's sort of just, hey, follow me up. You get a couple of big breaks. Yeah, able to lock down the P4 once again. But yeah, I mean, it's great to hear. It's just a lot different. Reminds you of like an Ultra.
Honestly, yeah. That's all we were talking about.
Dude, this is the third time that they're just getting
It's fun to listen
outplayed.
to. You can just actually
So
hear every
fucking
word.
annoying.
There's no mumbling, screaming, repeating things 10 times. The back and forth between two players, a little small talk, as you said, is just, I don't know, it's fun. It's listen to it. A big part of why they're up 70. I mean, the game, I don't want to say it seems easy to them right now, but it just seems like they're just playing together really, really well, which is, I think, what Optic Texas are really trying to work on right now. So this is going to be a tough matchup for them. Because, I mean, I know Kenny has still struggled. I mean, he's -4 right now, but that's not why you're down 70.
No, yeah, I mean, obviously you never want to get outslayed if you're this Opti team. You feel like that's not going to help you, but it's very close in the slaying category. But just, yeah, fundamentally right now, Carolina a step ahead is on this rotation. They're all on a streak. They're in the positions they want. Shotzi trying to do what he can. Just try to take a couple of these long routes, and they've paid off. He's found a couple of kills, but then while he's doing that, his teammates drop, trying to be the point man again to break this P2.
They're going to need a break, and they're going to need a stretch of perfection if they're going to take this, because it's just about 10 needed for the dub for Carolina Royal Ravens. It's another double for TJ. He slowed down a bit, but he's still over 30 right now at +10. And while where the slaying margin wasn't that big of a gap, it's widened in the last minute or two. As Carolina Royal Ravens are up, they end up winning it by 110. It was a close game kind of through the midway point, but then they really took over. I mean, for Optic, it's going to be, it's almost like we talked about when we were talking about Falcons the other day, yesterday, in the sense like you can't really plan to win a map like this if you're not going to get a single second of P4. Okay, they might have got a couple of seconds, but not much. And that wasn't the only pain point, but it's just
a point.
When you're a struggling team, like you and I were talking about this after the match yesterday. Like when you're a struggling hardpoint team, like well, obviously Falcons are, but you're just kind of a struggling team right now in Optic. You're floundering. Your 7 straight map losses. You got to make the easy points. Yes, the basics, like the easy points, like a money hill like that, you really need to focus on. They just weren't able to.
Yeah, I mean, just taking a look at the scoreboard here. Yeah, you kind of said, I mean, when Gwyn started off 7 and 14, during the listen, and he starts to go off, but TJ, right from the get-go, sets the pace at 32. And yeah, it was really the second P4 and into the P1 and the P2. They just controlled 3 hills in a row, and that's why the slaying is, you know, maybe a little bit more one-sided, but it wasn't. It was pretty even.
No, the gap was about 3 to 5 or something like that for most of it. But they just dominated the last, like, 3 hard points. That's where they found the big margin of victory. But yeah, I never thought this was like a layup for Optic this series based on what? Well, based on how they've been playing, based on the matchup previously this year where they've been able to beat them twice. But yeah, it's a 10-map losing streak. So I was just talking about this qualifier being 7, so sorry. It goes out to 10. So yeah, it has been a difficult stretch. January 31st, the last time they got the map win. You know, it's funny when I said that, when I said 7, I was like, well, I wonder how many is before that.
Well, it was Carolina. Yeah, Carolina beat them 3 in a row.
That's right.
After losing map 1. This was a repeat map from the major, but it was a 2-point game. Optic were able to win. But yeah, it's since that moment.
And yeah, no, I was saying, like, I thought this would be, I don't know, just the way Royal Ravens looked at the first couple of matches, like this is one where maybe Optic can get back on form, but Carolina yesterday, man. And like the listen-in, I think the listen-in is kind of what got us the most impressed yesterday. Like you and I, sometimes we'll have our headphones on, just like listening to the listen-ins. We don't chat about it too much.
Across the arena. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, but we like had our headsets off, like talking about it and stuff. Like it was good. It was fun to listen to. TJ's all smiles. The frustrations continuing on the other side. Still work to do in the Optic camp. We'll see if they can find any improvements within this series. But week by week with scrims, they just have to get on the same page and start to get something positive trending here in the next couple of weeks.
It's just frustrating to
you
just
lose this one, despite the fact
see
that,
Optic
for the most part,
be in this situation. Like they shouldn't be in this situation, and they are, and it's really frustrating.
You pretty much have a tie game. You lose both.
I forgot. I told our graphics team we need to shift this over so P1 just starts to the left to make more sense. I'm going to remind him after this. This is me reminding you guys now. We had.
Well, I'm used to this now, so it is what it is.
See, if we just shift the P1 all the way to the left, Joe, it makes more sense to me. I always think the time should come after. Yeah. Left, we're in America. We read left to right, Joe.
Right. What's a kilometer? Right, I got you.
But now look at the maps and modes and how we'll continue on this series. Red card search, where we'll be hopping to next to see if Optic can even up the series there. But it is tough. Does it make it harder? Like, okay, so lots of teams, we talk about this, and based on your composition, I mean, you had this moment in your career where, like, I'm trying to think, you're just like the best team in the world. Probably, what, that MV team when it was like you, Ant, Cap, Formal, like, you guys were gods. Like, G3, you, dropped the map. Like, you have that. And I'm thinking, like, Optic, you just come off a champs win. You're feeling so good. When you hit, like, rock bottom like this after you've been so good, is it almost like it's harder, right? Like, you're like, we were so good, we did this. Like, what's going on?
Well, I mean, this is just our game. Our game changes, right? Like they're the world champions of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. This is not that. That is, you know, that's what we always talk about. How, you know, how impressive it is when our stars are as consistent as they are title to title. There just may be some things with this game that, it may just be uncomfortable right now with the way it plays. Again, there's still a lot of tournaments left, and they could be one of those. They get back to it, but yeah, it can be frustrating.
And I don't think it's as simple as this, but that's a good point you make. We haven't really talked about it too much. Like last year, I mean, for instance, Preb was able to pull out MCW a lot. Like he was able. There were a lot of maps that you could pull out like 3 ARs. That's not what this meta is right now. It's not. It's been 3 subs. Hell, we've seen 4 subs at times on certain maps. So we look at TJ, and this matchup versus Preb.
That's surprising.
Yeah, he's got the advantage there.
Well, it's surprising because, like, not just, I mean, TJ, like, they've just been on, like, obviously last year TJ, you know, improved, but just polar opposite teams, even with the Surge team, like, Fred was on, like, they were top 4.
Yeah,
they had some top 6s.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
TJ was not there.
No, he's been in, like, what feels like limbo for quite a while, but liking where he's at right now after the top 4 at the first major. Trying to keep on improving. Got Vivid, you can see out of both eyes now. Gwen, what a bounce back it was in the map 1 after starting like double negative, ends up +6. And yeah, TJ slows down, but it's like it's all right when somebody else is picking up the slack. And you were right though. You said like it was like a tie game. You're like, I feel pretty good.
you know, we're up 20 or whatever, and Gwyn, like he's sort of there. I mean, TJ's kind of matched him with Raj being the superstar, but Gwyn's the one that'll, you know, sometimes absolutely pop off. But you feel pretty good when he's in that position. Then the second he really starts going nuts, that lead opens up, huh?
No, it does. I mean, we saw in the listen, and you kind of heard the one thing that stood out was, like, you could tell he was just, like, frustrated with, like, a couple of deaths. Yeah. And then he really just, I don't know, he took over.
Absolutely did. But now to the search and destroy. We'll slow down the pace. We'll get dialed in. And see if Pred can maybe get them involved early here. He's got multiple stacked up around Booth.
Yeah, I mean, what we saw this yesterday from Carolina, so you know Optic did. Talk about their coaching staff, just sort of VOD prep, how they want to play this, and it was a lot of very similar rounds. Just they were able to win it in that round 11. As Shotzi trying to find that first blood on a TJ.
I mean, for Carolina, we'll talk about more when they get to offense, but it was really just the post plants, right? Or actually getting the bomb down where they struggled out towards A. We'll see. I mean, they got done in the round 11, yes, but they failed the 3 rounds before that on offense. So we'll keep an eye on it. But the first blood, and it goes to Carolina. Nice win from Ken. That's a tough fight at close range. Gets it done. Can't quite get to safety across. The Slasher does trade it out. Dashy gets some info on one, but bomb planted now. Let's see if these two players, and Shotzi and Dashy, can hold.
Yeah, it's on Gwyn. What does he see? If he's able to spot Shotzi, round's probably over. Yeah, so he's going to find him. So now you pretty much have a process of elimination. Where's this last guy at? He's the one who pushed on through. 25 seconds left. This guy, he's had some clutches in his career.
Nice shots.
Great shots, and has the wall bang. 15 seconds left. They're going to have to get on this soon, and you see where TJ is. He's pretty far away.
He was going for the wall bang, just not able to hit it, still sticking it and finishing it. He thought where he wall banged, he thought he was off bomb, I think.
Yeah, Gwyn stretched it like a little bit.
Yeah, just stretched it a little bit more. The shots were just off a hair, but I'm assuming once he didn't get a hit marker there, he thinks he's good. Just not the case.
Yeah, I think he's getting like double push, right? There's still time for them to wrap through middle of the map. Still 2 players up, so yeah, no hit markers.
And that's probably frustrating. I mean, he's just relying on where the plant is, that he can't stretch it like that, whatever the case is. I'm not sure if they can get the exact spot they wanted, or...
Well, yeah, it's just one of those things, yeah.
Yeah.
You left in a 1v3.
Yeah, no, true. But this is where it'll be interesting for Carolina based off yesterday. They're indecisive at times when they were on offense. But when they got the bomb planted, just so often, they were getting retaken and things were collapsing. A lot of the setup was towards A. It looks like they're thinking B this time. It'll be Pred playing from the site. Wrapping back to help him will be Dashy. And quickly in transition can be Shotzi. Out of the play for now will be Ken. So you're going to have numbers here.
Never get set up here, though. But Pred's going to get caught by a nice stun. No trophy, still very early in this game. Shotzi's able to work the pinch, but Slasher has a quick trade, so numbers. And well, trophy advantage over to Carolina.
The good thing is if you're Dashy, at least you get out with your life. You're able to react almost instantly, but Ken tries to kind of push that rewrap. Not able to find an opening. Now Dashy in another tough spot, 1 versus 3. Bomb now planted. Gets even harder, and good luck with that gunfight.
Yeah, I love the patience from Carolina, right? Even in the 2 versus 3, they just sort of waited it out. Didn't allow Ken to make a play. They picked up shots. He had a quick trade on him. Didn't want anyone to get caught on the bomb. Just took their time. Knew they had the numbers, and well, wins 4-0.
I mean, Pred just gets nothing. He just catches a stun. And I mean, we've seen people kind of play a lurk roll or play with like an AR with like a cheeky angle inside. But I mean, it just looked kind of funny almost when they pushed it. He's just crouched there full stunned. Like there was absolutely nothing. I mean, it wasn't Dashy didn't have like a trade that was possible. He just dipped out instantly.
Yeah, that's one of those situations where like if they're able to find a kill, then maybe Slasher looks that way and Shotzi can...
Oh, they get one. Who knows? It can go very differently.
You know, Shotzi can get out with his life, but that doesn't happen.
Optic, I want to give him a taste of their own medicine. The difference is you kind of had all 4 grouped up here. Ken's playing it a little bit slow behind. He's looking for that full push through. So that's going to probably be the interesting play because you're going to have 2 and 4 and Tej and Vivid that are pushing the long flank. Kenny's going to be the one in position to maybe deal with this. And he's not going to at all. TJ is going to find him. You don't really delay this push either. But by the time they get there, I mean, we're thinking, what, 25 or so seconds by the time they get involved.
We just don't know if it's one or two, so they can't push out a side, right? So the only thing, maybe it's one guy on the flank, so they stay within the bomb, and that is just not what you can't do. I feel like you have to 50-50 it, maybe just hit out a side together if you are the two players left. Instead, they just kind of wait, and they both get caught.
Yeah, that's just one where you're hoping Ken's going to get one on the both pushing through, or he needs to play closer to the team, whatever it is.
He's just thinking they're not getting a long flank.
Yeah, well, because you and I talked a lot. Long flank doesn't usually work very often. It doesn't. And what did I say yesterday? Like, the time it does work is where there's one guy that's playing out and you get that kill, and then it works. But usually, like, if everyone's grouped up close to the bomb site, it doesn't really pan out because they spend so much time trying to find that guy. Then he's not there. Then by the time they get there, someone's holding him in the AR. But when you get that kill onto Ken, that's usually when it seems to work. Yeah, at least in my experience watching this.
And maybe the key in that round is Slasher. Well, he got caught in the corner. He found one before he died. That would have gave Optic the numbers. And
true.
Maybe you don't.
And that's what Optic didn't get in the previous round, right?
Exactly.
5-0. Nice little start here from Gwen. Great shoulder there from TJ as he puts on the wiggles. Shotzzy gets dropped, and first blood advantage once again over to Royal Ravens, and they are falling like dominoes. Now all on Kenny and Dash.
I don't know what Optic is doing. They're just playing. Then you get like you get one person.
This is where it gets a bit worrisome.
Shotzzy gets killed, and then
sort of
Peg gets killed right here.
really
Like what are we doing? What are we doing? This is not the Optic I'm used to.
And he got caught.
And while that's what a lot of their early success was in search sometimes. Not seeing Ken make a play, but what have we found in this year? The maps are pretty one-dimensional.
Yeah,
There's not a lot of holes, not a lot of room for playmaking. You got to
Right.
play as a team.
Try
and
on.
that is the
Make
thing
a
that Texas is
fucking
struggling
map
with
that
right
is
now. So it's not
large. I
surprising to
don't
see
give
search and
two
destroy is also gonna be a
shits
struggle
if you
because
think, oh,
it does sort
medium
of limit the
small.
playmakers,
I
right?
don't give two rats
Which
ass.
isn't necessarily a bad thing, but
These maps are not
we've heard
as
my opinion on certain
competitive
maps this year.
as you think they are.
Not the best we've had, certainly.
Oh, it's so fucking.
6-0 is
It's so fucking
right now for Ravens.
crazy.
I mean, that's like part of me kind of likes it in that
so fucking
sense. Like,
crazy
it
that
really
we're
needs to be a team that
playing
needs to be
this
on point.
dumb
It is sort of
these
one-dimensional.
dumb
Like, who
shit
can execute
maps.
certain things better? Like, part of me likes that, but at the same time, it's like it doesn't really match what like our best search has been.
Yeah, if anything, might be the one map where there is some room.
Yeah, I guess that's true. That's true. Probably the most, right? Or maybe like a Hasi kind of, but probably here. We're into our 5th round. He just got 5 total kills on the Texas side. I mean, Gwen's got more than the whole, well, as many as the whole team. As now Kenny gets a much-needed first blood.
Yeah, and Slasher actually gave this up this time, so there was a change, but the biggest difference is if you're Ken, you find the first blood, you're still alive, but he's just going to try and waste as much time as possible. Gets the kill, now just hanging out in a corner, and he's going to find a second.
I mean, where Ken couldn't make the play to help win them the round, he won them this round.
The problem is somehow they got 2 kills near B. So there's still time, and your 2 players are so separate. I just don't know how those players died.
I should take it back. I guess Ken should have won you the round.
Yeah, no, 100% he should have. I don't know how these guys had shot. You're on the defuse. Ken's got to wrap all the way through. He gets the 3rd and the ace. As well, it gets them on the board.
So Ken did win you the round.
Oh, he did. I just was like, what happened?
Yeah, no. I mean, we highlighted the problem with him getting 0 in 2 rounds ago. The time you get 2 in that situation, like, yeah, that should be the round, but it's on him to get the ace. A guy that has been, obviously struggling in, every mode. Maybe a play like that helps propel him a little bit, but sort of a full team frustration right now. But a big round from Ken and big one there for Optic Texas.
Yeah, I mean, we were just on board with the players on the pinch. We didn't see.
I was so focused on that, honestly, yeah.
Maybe they were just peeking out, just trying to help him out.
Well, you get one round up. We saw a 4-1 comeback earlier today. See if Optic has it in the cards. And sometimes, Jay, it's just like when you're in a hole like this too, it's just been like, like a 10-map loss streak or whatever. It's like, sometimes you just need a map, bro. Like, just get one. Just some positive momentum. Vibes are at an all-time low. Like, just get something going. But Carolina obviously want none of it. Ken, going to get caught sprinting there.
Oh my god, it's the second
TJ gets
time.
tags in. Slasher gets it. That pick a little too free. I don't know if he's hoping he gets the
Fred is
timing to
not
check for the
playing
bomb
well
plan
as
or what that
well,
was,
so-
but
Not sure either.
that looked like him in Respawn last week. Just sprinting, getting caught, just getting caught. I don't know if there was a comm there or what it was, but it looked kind of silly from the POV on Carolina.
Well, that's some good timing.
Oh, sure was. Gets a little sketchy just because he had the pistol out, but trying to work the retake. Your opportunities are dwindling. Dashy gets double chowed. And you can see it's definitely a lot more individual plays on one side.
I was literally just going to say, it's just individual gunfights you're trying to take.
Team fights on the other. I mean, yeah. You can see the difference. I think it was the same in the hard point.
No, but honestly, I'm not sure if like maybe they spotted the bomb cross and.
No, that's what I'm wondering. It looked like he got a comm or something because the way.
Yeah, and then.
Or Ken's brain turned off.
No, TJ might have just like baited it out. That might have just been the play. You can watch that cross, but then Ken has to go and try to stop the bomb planner. It's just again, he's doing it alone.
Yeah, he's like, I got an ace, dude. I'm going forward. Mid YY just.
I think he was too.
Yeah, he definitely was mid swap. You know this stat, 80% of Ken's deaths are mid YY, Joe.
Shout out to the claw players out there.
I made that stat up, but one round away from the 2-0 edge. Stun will slow down Shotzi and Pred's push. Right. Times is one of the best sub duos in the game. Gotta get Pred and Shotzi back to that type of form, it feels like, for this team to become a force again. They work it up offensively. Plant in. And kind of different from their setup on when they push the B bomb. It's going to be Dashy this time dealing with the flank. Ken will be pushed up towards stage, so kind of flip their AR duo on this. But you lose the first player. Now Gwen's just found an opening. Just right up the gut, drops them, just picking them apart. Ken gets caught trying to chow. Gwen's chowing top window with a sub, and that will be it. Carolina, they are ahead right now. They are dominating. The Optic lineup, who's all their struggles we've been talking about for weeks seem to still be here.
Yeah, I mean, those last 2 rounds are a really good example of it.
They are
Did
so
you get 2 A
behind.
plants? How does one team retake A? Sort of what's their game plan?
The fact that
How does
you
the other
let
team
one
retake A? What's
person
their
break
game
in,
plan?
you let one
Carolina
person
say
go,
plan A.
you let one person go through mid, and then you just don't even bother to look at mid. Like you have to know that someone is trying to push mid, and no one has that cover whatsoever. They just
a lot of
the duo just
players too on Optic
like
Texas,
the
and sometimes
duo
individual players
just
work.
waltzed
They're
in.
not right now.
Like they just
Whereas Carolina, you don't have
waltzed
the
in.
luxury of that. I mean, yes, you know, you get your moments from TJ,
They just
but they
waltzed
need to
in.
play as a team, and they're playing much better as a team.
Yeah, it's great shot on Carolina.
We talked about how good the comms were from them. I guarantee it's not the same in the Optic camp. It just can't be right now. The small talk is not on the same level. There's just no way. Or people aren't listening to what others are saying, if it is. But they'll probably, I mean, positive. You got something to take away from this. You watch this back and what
The
Carolina
fact that
is doing.
we
Optic's
just-
like, okay, we need to start to replicate that a little bit. Hell, even listen to maybe some of the
you
things
steal
that go right.
strats, yeah.
Yeah, but it's
That
not even
looked good.
No, it did. It certainly did in Search. But
these
yeah,
things
just
work.
beautiful from Carolina. And after, this is a team that we were kind of down on for these past few weeks. These last 2 matches, man, they look.
Yeah, which is weird
Like,
because like
the
their
fact
major
that
was
we
always good,
can't-
so I don't know why.
like,
It's
Optic
just
is
like maybe
so
just
far
major one
behind
qualifier at the ending of it
with
into
their teamwork.
We just
It's
kind of reacted day by day.
like honestly,
Yeah,
yes,
to overreact to
it's
stuff. It can be
nothing
the
to
case, but,
worry
enough
about
of
because
overreacting or
anyone's gonna have a
underreacting. Let's get
slump
to
at the
depths
end
to
of the
break it down.
day. But holy shit, we can't be having we can't be in a slump this bad, and it's like
It's like Optic lost their first match to Boston, but then they finished 6-1.
like we can't be
So that
doing
means
this. We
they
just
won
can't be
every
well,
match with
they
Hook.
can't be doing
They
this.
are
They
winless
just
with
can't
Pred in the lineup for
doing
those of
this.
you tracking at home. For now, though, let's take a look at why they're struggling in this matchup. This man has dominated the matchup against Pred, 7-2 across 9 series in CDL.
Listen, I asked Easy Mac to run these numbers. I'm looking at him like, I think TJ might be officially the Pred boogeyman. Honestly, like he's just beat him. Like every year, just find success against him. And so far, TJ's looking like Prime Braun on the Heat, dunking on them these first 2 maps. I mean, the guy just goes 6-1 in Search. He had, what, 32 in the first hard point. And this might be a strong opinion, guys. But I truly believe this. The Optic that we just saw maps 1 and 2, I don't believe would have challenged the tournament right now. I really don't. They look really bad.
No, they do look really bad. I mean, and I do have to say to that TJ point, like last time they matched up, I mean, TJ's numbers were just diabolical. He had a 1.5 in the S&D, a 1.33 in the control. I mean, you're right. He is, in fact, might not even be just Pred at this point. It might be against Optic Texas, but I got to tip the hat to Carolina Royal Ravens. Their search and destroy has been worrying me. That was a dominant showing. I mean, 6 first plus across the board, evenly spread between everybody. It wasn't just TJ going out and making a play. So Carolina Royal Ravens, some ups here. Look at
So, Chris, if TJ's Prime Braun on the Heat, what's Pred in this matchup?
Pred in this matchup.
Shaq on the Celtics?
I mean, he just won last year. I don't want to throw too much shade at him.
But I mean, yeah, it goes back to kind of like, you know, rehashing what we said before the match, like just rules. Like Optic, fundamentally, like they're just behind, like almost all the top teams that we've seen in the last couple of days, and in that search and destroy is just so bad. Like we're watching, you know, the last couple of rounds, like Kenny just sprinting out. Like, does he get a calm? Like, all right, yo, they're all going B. When in fact they're just waiting for you to actually push up A. They're just lost. That's all it is.
Lost in the sauce. Here's some examples of it. 6-1. Kenny finding 6 kills, tops the team, but you had one a breadstick for Pred, a breadstick from Dashy. I'm not used to seeing this man shut down and search.
It's so tough. It's so, especially on a map like Red Card, where Carolina has so many reps on this map. I feel like at this point, like that, at least when it comes to the attack, like you come at least semi-prepared. But it didn't feel like Optic Texas was. I mean, they go over towards that B site every single time, got shut down. They tried to make the retake over towards A. Carolina Royal Ravens, instant red, got a flame through back stadium, stage, gets the kill, gets the defuse. I mean, it just does not feel like they're making plays together. It almost is just kind of like, all right, let's go this way, and not actually do anything strategic. It's just a couple of bodies thinking they know where to go. So Optic Texas, they've got to rework something here. I mean, even in the statistics, like they went from the 7th opening tool, conversion 5, both of those bottom of the league, 12, 12, 10, 10, 11, like something is going wrong.
I mean, yeah, we're watching it, especially in the search. I think it was like most apparent where like their communication issues lie.
Yeah.
Just like kind of, I'll just keep going back.
Never had numbers.
Yeah, never had numbers in the last couple of rounds. Like just people just getting picked sprinting, and you see the clear difference. Like Joe was touching on a little bit on the retakes. It's like every Optic getting shot in the side literally without any help or any trade immediately. Gotta work, man. Gotta dive deep. And like we said, brother is 21-33 and then a .14 XP.
Oh
this is tough production. We're being
That's
tough on
diabolical.
him. But yeah, man, we expect them to be one of the best teams in the game. Like they won champs. It's very uncharacteristic of them, and quite honestly, confusing.
I have a hypothesis.
He's chilling, bro. Look at TJ.
Optic wins. Optic wins a major. They lose all of their qualifiers after that. Then they go on to win champs. I think Optic is throwing until they get to land to shock the fans with the losers bracket run.
I'm
Maven,
TJ right now,
do you
bro.
believe my theory?
He kicked my feet.
Yeah,
up.
he does.
He told me.
Honestly, no. Like that's kind of why I've been telling fans not to like overreact, because I do think it's possible. Like that's why when Ant said this is uncharacteristic of them, I don't know that I agree. In the sense we've seen this exact thing happen before. What have we talked about with like this Optic lineup, or even like Optic lineups these past couple of years? Like their floor has been really low and their ceiling's been really high. We're going into a major and we're picking who's going to win. I'm like, Optic could win or they could get top 12. I don't know. And that it just kind of goes down to the fundamentals at times. Like, I don't know if it's that uncharacteristic.
We're trying to go back.
Before,
we're going right back to the TEDx Center, or hopefully I said that correctly.
Yeah.
You know, they just want to. If I'm them, like I'm just thinking, can we start in the winners bracket somehow? The problem is we saw their qualifier matches. Like they're already 0-2. They have a tough schedule. It's just can we get a 3 and 4? Can we have 2 matches back at our home arena in the, you know, that's what I'm thinking.
Sure,
2 lives.
Sure, if I get on Twitter, it's gonna be a lot of people talking about hoop this, hoop that. But I'm telling you, the team was not doing the right things then either. It was just
him and Shotzi have 1-2s. They were looking good online.
Yeah, online.
Yeah.
No, it's a bigger picture issue than one player. Now the control. See if Optic can somehow get past the frustrations as the team and the coaching staff have their work cut out for them in the coming weeks and months. Shotzi trying to be elusive, you know, a map that he definitely can be that playmaker. Him and Pred can find openings. Just got to have to take advantage of it. And that's what I'm saying. Like sometimes he wants to play really individual, wants to have those moments. Just being shut down over these past couple of months. We'll see if he can shine here.
Yeah, I'm curious somewhat. Well, I guess, you know, with whole long barrel being gone, I was just saying, I wonder if someone's going to try to match maybe like FaZe's strategy, but I'm sure maybe that meta shifts a little bit.
Probably.
Yeah, instead of trying to run 4 subs, maybe it's just 3 now.
Or it's something you just do on land, honestly.
Yeah, you never know. Guns can always feel better there.
I think always, yeah. For the most part. At least I think where we're at now, like where everyone's sort of close to a level playing field online. I know it's not 100%, but A lot of teams in Dallas, obviously.
There used to be some guns online, like, especially like fire rate ones.
Oh, like a Scorpion.
Back in the day, yeah, they were so much better online.
Was it like the Scorpion and used the MSMC? Well, because like slow rate of fire guns are always kind of weird online, right? Like just hit rag,
correct.
and then you get the land and just nuke, like a rampart type thing.
Exactly.
Like, yeah. Or man.
Shout out Nikki D.
Yeah. Dash is looking for his first. Able to get it there. 19 on the clock and trying to get this extension, but all sorts of work to do. It's just him on an island now, and well, as Gwen gets to the heady, he's able to pick up both. The other two spawning out rock side, trying to get over, but time is dwindling. You're caught sprinting. Not a whole lot you are able to do, and pushing forward is going to be Slasher. And round one looks a lot like the rest of the series.
Yeah, I mean, what, you had Shotzi on B point by himself. That's about it. You had Kenny on B point by himself. That was really it. Shotzi, you know, you're just not really. Yeah, you don't earn a tick.
It reminds me, dude, a lot. Like I yelled it at Ant, and I don't know if like you could hear me on broadcast, but it reminds me, honestly, of FaZe's struggles at the beginning of the season. They looked to be behind. They were not playing. They were not playing together. And you know, obviously, FaZe kind of figured it out.
Yeah, I mean,
just hoping Optic's going to do the same. And it's just not. You can't really make the comparison like, oh, well, hey, we're doing this with Hook and stage 1, blah 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 blah. Listen, the game has evolved. Well, the game is going to evolve all year long. Teams get better.
Yeah, and you have a new. I mean, you have a new player.
You have a new roster. Yeah.
So yeah, you do. You are behind.
Just got to get in the lab and look to get better, like Carolina Royal Ravens have been doing. Because man, they've been playing some great COD this weekend.
Almost caught you there, Carolina Royal Ravens.
Yeah, no, 100%.
That
was the hard. That was the hardest word for me to say.
Sounds like Scooby Doo.
There's too many R's, bro. Scooby-Doo. Gwen, well, thought he found an opening, but opening shut down as Shotzi able to react. Nice job on defense here out of the opener. Goes Optic Texas. And almost I'm a little worried about, though, and I don't know if it's going to happen, because like Ken's not a guy that usually has been able to play selfish. He's always kind of been a team player, just in our talking with him over the years, and you know, when he's been with Thieves and how they approach the game. But there's like part of me with the flack he was getting, I want him to slow down, L-trigger more, like honestly even kill her a bit. But like my worry is if he does do that, like I just might lead to more problems, honestly, with where the team's currently struggling. And I don't know if he's going to do that. I'm just saying, like, that's been kind of my fear. If it gets in his head a little bit too much.
Well, maybe just, yeah, sometimes there's a. You do just kind of. You have to focus on fundamentals of God. Sometimes that's just shooting. And well, that's good shots right there out of Ken.
Yeah.
Hits the headshots, gets the kill, gets that player off B. And well, I mean, you needed a response after that round number 1, and you got it here. Nobody has been able to work the objective at all. This is not what we're used to seeing on Hacienda.
No.
It was very back and forth, and at Major 1, there were a lot of offensive round wins.
Yeah, honestly, it seemed offensive favored sometimes.
Yeah, at times.
But shutdown defense from both teams. We're watching like it's like an NFL playoff game in Buffalo. It's 3 degrees outside, fields covered in snow. No offense. Or will there be? 2.4 on the clock? No, there will not. Oh, will there
Hold
be?
on.
With 1.2 seconds on the clock.
No, I mean, yeah, so just great defense on both sides. Pred's gonna end the round on 6 in a row. Make it 7, and yeah, tied up 1-1.
Like we're watching a Steelers-Browns like football game or something.
Yeah, they're not fun.
I know being a Browns fan's tough for you, bud.
Bills guy now, dude. It's not fun either.
Did you guys sign Justin Tucker? No? Oh. That looked like a good signing for the Browns. You see the final moments here on the defense for Optic. As they bounce back, you know, critical obviously of them, well, over the course of the series. That's just it. And, you know, fans might get frustrated when we are, but I mean, when you're those teams, I mean, we'd like to be critical of everybody, but when it's teams like your Optics, your FaZes, your Thieves with that lineup, it's just the issues become more clear because you look at the players and how much talent is just there from the name standpoint. It's like, it's got to be better than this, right? And I think just for the health of the year and like my sanity, for the competitiveness of it, like, I want at least to be like a top 3 combo, you know?
That's why you got Carolina.
Yeah, right. Maybe that'll be it. They're gonna be battling with A's and Thieves. We'll see.
Reaction time is on point if you are Pred. Yeah, we're just hoping someone gets to take an offense.
Yeah, we'll see. He's just on 7 straight, but that'll end there. Team kill does come in for Carolina, but Now, Shotzzy, he's able to get in behind enemy lines, but similar to what we saw in the round one. Like, he gets to a spot like this, but everybody else is dead and coming off a spawn.
Yeah, Dashy's hoping to get to be with him. The problem is, yeah, TJ was just lurching fences. He was able to find Dashy. So Shotzzy just trying to find anything on the map that he can. But again, once he's dead, now his 3 teammates start to push on up. So at least buys them some space around fences. Kill's starting to go down, and it's TJ again with a double kill. This is such an odd hacienda.
No, this really is. Like, the clock has been paused basically only in the final 20
I feel
seconds.
like I'm watching a ranked play game, like,
right?
But it's going at times. How defensive favor it is compared to what we've seen.
Oh, it is feeling that way. Will somebody get a tick, or half of a tick? That is the question. 5 to go. Shotzzy able to get the kills. Vivid's still weak. Just cheeses him around the corner. But no one getting to the point. Everybody else off spawn, and still no ticks earned. It's all defense.
This is like the Hashi I was like, I've heard about, was that like, it was all so defensive heavy coming into it. I was like, uh-oh, that's not good.
Oh, yeah.
And then like the first one we watched, it was like 4 or 5 offensive round wins. And I was like, oh, we're good.
It's like, brother, are we back to invasion? Please, no. Dude, he actually is chilling. Look at this guy. He's like a cartoon villain.
Seemed about like maybe the crumble menu.
He's gonna steal your desserts. That'd be a villain though.
Would be.
Sneaks in your house, steals all your desserts. Okay. Can Carolina get some offense going? Well, if they do, they'll close out the series 3-0, and Optic will still be looking for their first map of the qualifier. Optic Texas had a really good opening break defensively last time. Looks to be similar here. Break off, solid enough, but what can we do throughout the rest of it? I mean, TJ is just going to be in hell, I think, coming off spawn, because there are 2 players inside the lobby. He takes the long route, actually, around to Rockside. I think he gets heard. It doesn't matter. Pred reacts, but TJ is able to get the kill. Shotzzy is still kind of lurking on that side, so we're watching what Gwyn can do offensively on the other end. I was kind of paying attention to the fight towards the Carolina spawn.
Yeah, I mean, huge shots by Dashy. I mean, Gwyn had a chance. He could have got on this with his teammate. Instead, he goes for the spawn kill. Dashy just rips him, but Vivid has a chance to find both kills, maybe stay alive on B, maybe get a tick, but you're keeping it chippy throughout the round if you are Carolina.
Nice slide and shout from Tej. Give us a tick. Come on. We can do it. This is the best opportunity we've seen. The contest is in. They'll get dropped. It's almost there. Does it finish, though?
No.
It doesn't finish. We still don't have a tick.
The tick does not finish.
Oh.
I hate when that happens.
It's very frustrating, Joe. So close, but just can't quite finish.
We still have time, though. 30 seconds, and that's a long time.
That's plenty of time to finish. As we'll see if Gwyn and the Royal Ravens are able to do it. They try to get on over towards B. They do find 2 kills, so they'll be able to get back on it. Half of it got cleared. So they're halfway to the finish.
Someone's on the flank.
But there's always one more person. Shotzzy doesn't want him to finish. TJ trying to get him back in position, not able to do it. It is just a game of all defense. Optic holding. Under 10 to go. The last chance effort's going to be Slasher and TJ that try to get back towards it. Inching his way on is Slasher. TJ there quick for the reinforce. TJ's going to drop, though. Slasher is dead any second now.
He's like, where is this guy getting that thing from? That was hilarious.
He's got his elbows in, bro.
I can't, we don't have one. No, we don't have one tick.
This is insane.
What am I watching?
I don't think we've had this on any map all year. I mean, okay, listen, I don't have the stats in front of me.
Probably protocol.
I don't know. I don't have the stats in front of me. I haven't casted this. Wait, somebody said, oh, wait, our producer said Optic +1. Did they get a tick?
It kills.
Oh, kills. I thought he meant tick. I'm like, when did they get a tick? No. All right, sorry, Danny, our producer. My bad. I misunderstood you. Okay. It's not usual. Honestly, it's pretty unusual we're talking about the kills for it. Like,
no. Honestly, I would have looked at it, but didn't even jump to my mind.
I thought he meant +1 tick, and this whole time we would have this conversation. They had a tick, and I was like, God, we are stupid. But thankfully, it wasn't that. Okay, so Optic get the defense. And now, okay, according to how this map has gone, this should be an Optic Texas win. But according to the laws that are control, this will probably be a Carolina win, because that's just how it goes.
That's how the Call of Duty League round 5 offenses go.
Yeah, all right, here we go. That's just how it goes.
3 dead.
No offense, and then suddenly an offensive explosion where all the finishing is happening.
Yeah, but Shotzi's still here. They're trying to find him. He should probably turn around. And again, only one player from Carolina on the point. So I don't know. I feel like we saw multiple times at B, just players on it, but they've only been keeping one. Shotzi somehow still alive. Call him out! The slide hits. He finds the double. Still one left.
I thought that was like a
Ruby
BO3 G slide off the ledge, bro. That looked disgusting. Whoever got killed, that had to look just gross. But TJ's like, guys, I'm on 8 straight. In this round, by the way, he came in on no streak, got 4 out of the opener, then gets 4 more. TJ's a guy that single-handedly killed the team twice. Can we get something going? They got a tick and a half done. D getting forward, teammates rallying for kills. It looks like it might be just a good old-fashioned God control.
I don't know.
Okay, wait,
there's only one player left.
Hold on a second. Put your pants back on. We're not done yet.
I didn't take my pants off.
Okay, that's. I don't know why I said that to be completely transparent, Joe. I got no idea. Nice shots from Vivid Range, though. All that talk of finishing got me freaky. Nearly a point done, but the contest does come in. Still 44 on the clock. Nice win from Vivid, but it's not done yet. They're not done yet. They're just teasing it right at the edge. Come on, Austin Litigoat. Not able to win it.
Wow. 6 life advantage, though. You've been, well, yeah, I mean, you paused the clock for a long time. Only 12 lives remaining for Optic.
Yeah, I mean, that's the difference, though, right? Like, yes, you haven't got the extension, but you've at least been on the objective so much. A chance to come to lives. You're going to need to get B done, though, if it's going to come to lives. They have to get that minute, and this is a good opportunity to do it. You can pause the clock at least. The troops are coming on spawn, but behind them is Shotzi. Shotzi's in behind everybody. The gig is now up, though, as he's able to get 1. The jig is now up. Why do I say gig sometimes? The jig is now up.
It works.
Someone tweeted me. I said that one time. I'm like, yeah, I do. I don't know why.
That's right. It works, though.
Yeah, whatever, dude.
I'm not questioning it, but again, it comes down to these retakes. Well, Shotzi, he hits the flank again. Still 4 life advantage, but you have to work the objective if you're Carolina. All the players off spawn. All the kills go to Optic.
They might get a map win, Joe. They might get a map win.
Come on, still time remaining.
Optic, Texas. Come on, guys. Hold the line. Oh, God, they're still second. They're on the other side. There's no respawns remaining. Oh, no. It's all falling apart.
Yeah, there's still time left.
Oh, if they get the minute extension, it's done. Oh. 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 It's done.
Well, you said it was the law.
It is the law. No, this is literally, it's literally the law of control, though. It is, man. It doesn't matter how defensive it is. You get to round 5. That didn't even surprise me, honestly. We just seen it so many damn times as commentators.
The only thing that surprised me was that TJ was somehow on an 8 spree. I didn't realize.
No, yes, and no, he came out. He got the first. He was on a 0 coming in. He got the first 4 kills. When we were talking about Shotzi's streak, I was like, Teach killed all 4, and they didn't even get a tick. And then he killed 4 more, like right after that. Like he was on an 8 spree, and they'd done nothing. I thought, dude, I had a chant going and everything. I thought they had it. Oh man, that was the weirdest control.
Oh no, you could say that was the worst Hacienda.
That was
honestly from both sides. Like, it was just, I mean, we just weren't.
That was a map.
It was a map.
It was a map.
I felt like Hacienda, like if like a day 1 scrim happened.
Yeah, that's what it looked like.
That's what in my mind it looked like.
Yeah. No, I remember when it was coming in. I asked you about it. Like, what are your thoughts? You're like, I'm worried. And then we casted. I'm like, oh, I'm not worried anymore. But woo, that was an interesting one. But it's another 3-0 for Carolina, back to back for them, and they take out Rocker and Optic, looking great right now. Listen. Still, the struggles are here for Optic. I still, just based on, I guess maybe I'm putting too much in last year, just with kind of how Qualifier 4 went. Like, yeah, I think I'm saying, like, don't panic, because they need to have their heads about them. They need to focus. They need to get in the lab, try to put away frustrations, remember the greatness they can get to. It is a very big uphill battle right now, because it's almost easier if this is beginning of the year or like a late year reminder. This is just a weird time.
Yeah, well, it's still early.
Yeah. Still early. It's true. We got some. That's been my whole argument, right? You got time to go. But that'll do it for Joe and I until we cast the final match of the night. Guys, let's hear your elaborate breakdowns.
You know, Maven hit something at halftime that kind of rang true with me. This is just like FaZe, right? You saw them struggle at the start of the season, and then they find their form. But Carolina, they're the number 2 seed right now. This team is looking pretty darn strong back-to-back days.
I don't know. I don't feel like I saw Atlanta lose 9 maps in a row. I'm going to be honest here. It doesn't feel like they're on the same page. I think Joe and Clint really touched on Hacienda very well of both sides. That was a struggle. But, I mean, Optic Texas went from the top 3 attacking team in the world to bottom 2 in the league. Like, it's unreal, the decline that has happened over the past couple of weeks.
Let's take a look at some of the beautiful bean footage here.
Listen,
and what went wrong?
I mean,
everything.
I want to talk about what went right on the side of Carolina, dude.
Okay.
Carolina looks
Let's get
so
positive.
good throughout this series. Like, once again, I'm gonna stand on my statement. TJ, top 10 in the world. I said it, before this stage began. He's just been playing so well throughout this year, and in this series is a good indication of like what happens when he just fries. They just steamroll Optic Texas all 3 maps, like not even close, maps 1 and 2, and then we get to this control. We get into the final round, and who calls game? TJ runs down the hall, finds 4 kills, finesses around the point, and honestly, that's the reason they're able to win that final round is just the life lead that they had all round long from just slaying. TJ continuously getting into their base and finding kills. As you're watching the highlights here, like he is just a nuisance, and the team compliments him when he's playing like that so well.
Of course, they're on defense, but Gwen helping the team jump out with an 8-3 start. He individually has performed across all of the games I've witnessed from him this week.
Yeah.
Must have taken that feedback from Envoy and taken it personally.
Yeah, and not even that. Honestly, I really love that Gwen hasn't really touched on it and just kind of let his gameplay play for it, because if they're winning and he's doing well and he's doing one of the best on the team, like,
Hey, chat,
his network just has to talk
I'm
for it,
actually
right?
gonna have to.
I want to touch on something about Optic Texas
Sorry,
as well, because it
yeah.
touches on the life count and the slang.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to end stream right now.
Texas is the last
something happened with my dad, and he's all right, but I'm gonna have to end right now just because emergency situation. It's an emergency situation, and like my dad's all right, but to make sure, I need to go with him just in case whatever happens. So.
And that's usually what
I apologize, everyone. I might be back. I'm not sure. I'll let y'all know on Twitter if I'll be back or not. But I'm sorry, everyone.